Good evening, folks. I see 9 people watching so far. Welcome. Appreciate y'all being here. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes. Show will start at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, the real time zone. Appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you go ahead and share out the stream to as many people as you possibly can. Let's make tonight a big show. Especially, I tell you what, why don't you invite somebody that has never heard of HamShackTV? That way we can get a subscriber. We're on the drive for 10,000, folks. We're about to give this radio away at some point soon. We'll be with you here in about a minute or so. All right, folks. It is, according to my clock up here, I don't know which one's right and which one's wrong. Oh, no. We've still got 3 minutes, but you know what? There's 14 of you watching. What are we waiting on? Let's light this candle. What do you say? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to HamShackTV Live. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. Appreciate you being here. Get a big turnout starting out for the show already tonight. Several of you watching are probably new here. We've had a really big influx of subscribers as of late, and that's exciting news. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for subscribing to HamShackTV. If you're not already subscribed to HamShackTV, please go ahead and do so. You can see this corner. You can see I've got the subscriber count live listed. The reason we've done that is because at 10,000 subscribers, we're giving away a brand new ICOM IC 7300, courtesy of Gigaparts. They're helping out with the giveaway, so we really appreciate them, guys. It's going to be a fantastic show tonight, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's jump in the chat, see who's all in the house. See several of my regular panelists. They are already here. Gary Graham's in the house saying howdy, y'all. Good to see you, Gary. Dalton Graham is in the house. Wonder if there's any relation there. Doubt it. 35 degrees and raining in Nashville. Good to see you, Dalton. I don't think I've seen you here before. Appreciate you being here. Terry with the Tangos in the house. Hello, fellow hams. Good to see you. I'm here. Let's see here. Dave's here. We'll get him in a minute. Chris, PI6QL. Good evening. Good to see you. He's watching simulcasting on somebody else's channel. That's all good. T.O.'s in the house. Let's see. Anybody else? K6SUD. Good evening, everyone. Good to see you. Kelly, W0UQJ. Good in the house as well. Prep Ham Paul in the house. Good to see him. N3WER, Ham Radio Elmer's in the house. Bingo JM. Wow, we've got a whole bunch of you watching tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. I'm very excited to have you folks here tonight. Chris, KD9YSW is here. Ramp Rat, Jason Lockwood in the house. Good to see you, Jason. Good crowd in here tonight, y'all. So first I want to do a little explanation. Some of you may be here expecting to see the interview with, somebody very special to me, Tim Berry, WB4 GBI. Unfortunately, I got a phone call from him this morning. There was a scheduling conflict. No need to fear. He will be here next week. Please join us next week for that show. I want you all to hear his story. It's truly, truly amazing. So let's go ahead and bring in the crew here, and I'm not going to one at a time. We're just going to dive them all in here. Michael's here, Marvin's here, Dave's here, and the other Dave.
Hey, there he is. Hey, you're muted.
It's like somebody said, you say Meshtastic 3 times and the guy appears.
Yep.
Here I am. Meshtastic.
I thought you had to be specific. I thought you had to say seed 3 times.
No. It's just
You know what? I think I might do this. We'll just start doing Super Dave, and you'll show up. How about that?
That might make me disappear.
All you have to do is mention food, and us fat boys will be there in a minute.
Isn't that true with any ham, though? I mean,
especially true with fat boys, like Michael said.
I'm not arguing that point.
I mean, what event like field day or whatever else you do that never has food in it? I mean, there's always food at ham.
Always food.
Always.
Oh yeah,
that's the second reason I go to a ham fest.
I mean, it's in the name, y'all. It's ham.
Ham.
Exactly.
Well, we just picked up another couple of subscribers. Let me update you guys on that. We are 387 subscribers from the magic number. And these guys are sick of hearing me talk about giving away that radio. Y'all need to hit that subscribe button, get as many people watching and part of the channels we can. Want to shout out T.O. We are simulcasting on his channel. The real T.O., not the other T.O., even though he's got the other T.O. written in his title. We're simulcasting on Dave's channel as well as Marvin's channel. So appreciate being over there. Guys that are watching on the simulcast, if you haven't already, make sure you come over to HamShackTV at some point and give us a subscribe too. That way we can make this count get higher and higher. We want to get to the I really want to give that radio away before Christmas. I think that would be a hell of a Christmas gift.
I think you're going your way, Josh. I mean, we've seen the numbers climb since by the time I got around 6:30. I saw that number pop up. You've already gained 7 subscribers in the last half hour. So
yeah. Well, I mean, truth be told, we'll talk about this real quickly. I posted a video this afternoon. Why am I hearing myself? I clicked the wrong button.
Hearing yourself.
Oh.
I started listening to I had another window with the live stream on it, and then all of a sudden decided to talk to me. So great. No, I posted a video this afternoon. Natcom magazine came out with a new article related to the delete, and this is total new information. 2,048 FCC items were purged recently. So a lot of good information in there. But my point is that video has gotten almost 6,000 hits just since I posted it around noon today. So that's why I said a lot of new faces are coming in. So I think we'll get there. I really do. The numbers are climbing. We're excited to do that. And Prep Ham Paul is suggesting I do what the gamers call a subathon.
No. I've been in too many of those and fallen asleep.
Well, there'd be a lot of us that won't be able to make it. Some of us are old, and 24 hours we don't do anymore.
Yeah, right. And Dave hit that one right on the nose too. 12 hours was long enough.
So up until 2 years ago, I used to do 24 hours for field day. Actually, more like 27, 28. 2 years ago was the last time I was going to do that overnight thing, and it's just too hard. It's way too hard on me. But,
it is. It's tough.
Yeah. Speaking of field day, that's the cold version of field day is coming up, and that is our topic tonight. We were going to talk about this next week, but with the change in the schedule, it kind of fits. So I'm really going to hand the reins over to Marvin, our producer in residence or whatever you want to
I
call
have
it.
to be honest with the crowd here a little bit. It's like, it's one of those things Josh calls me and he goes panic mode. It's like, we got a problem. It's like, well, no, I don't have a problem. And he goes, we need somebody for tonight. It's like, my guy Tim bailed on me. He had another appointment. It's like, well, let's see what we can do. I said, you want to talk about Winter Field Day? And he goes, sure, let's do it. I said, I'm game. So anyway, we are all prepped and ready to go. In fact, I wrote an article earlier today, which I'll reference a little bit today, tonight. And we'll talk about the website and everything as well. And things about what Winter Field Day is and kind of where it came from and, where we're going with it and what how it all kind of runs in the back end per se. So, yeah, absolutely. So, anyway, do we want to do any, just kind of a recap of the week first and see what everybody's doing?
Yeah, let's do that. Michael decided he was going to go take a bathroom break, I guess. So we'll start with you, Marvin. What's up with you this week?
Yeah. So I made a journey through, from Massachusetts to Wisconsin last Saturday, Sunday. And of course, that was kind of fun because I hit that big storm that went across the northern part of the U.S. From, Minnesota all the way to the Northeast. And so I got caught in that about Cleveland, Ohio. And I was able to stop for the night and get off the road and let things clear. It was just, I was down at 20 miles an hour on interstate, pulling a trailer to a cargo trailer. And it's like, this is no fun whatsoever. And I got the rest of the way to Wisconsin on Sunday. So we made it safe. Everything was good. And just been doing some rearranging and some unpacking of things. And I got here, my new amplifier has arrived. So I'm ready to get that on the air. I'll be working on that here and trying to figure that out. Cause it's, as I was telling the guys in the show beforehand, was that I've got about 19-inch deep, or my rack is about 19 inches from my wall. And I'm going to have to unbolt it and move it about 3 inches out so the amplifier will fit into the rack. So it goes up right up against the wall then. So, which is probably okay because maybe I'll put a little support board back there to help support it on the back end because it's like 60 pounds, I think, is, the total amplifier. So, but I'm really excited about that. And I've been doing a lot of kind of playing some FT8 and got the actual hex beam working with a rotor controller for a logging program like PST Rotator or MacLogger DX has TCP/IP connections in it. So I'm really excited about that and playing a little radio, trying to make a few contacts here and there this week. So it's been fun, but got kind of the new setup here working at this desk, and I'm excited about that. So that's kind of where we're going for now.
Sounds good. Good stuff. Michael is still indisposed. So how about Dealer Dave? What's up with you?
Still downsizing and organizing. I came to the realization, right before Thanksgiving that November, December are pretty much toast. And so January, February is the last bit of being able to downsize everything. March, I get the RV and move into it. In April, I'm on the road. So really crunch time of just trying to downsize everything. Like if you notice, one printer instead of the whole wall, and just kind of working things out. Speaking of Seed Studios, they've reached out to officially put me on their Ranger program. And I don't exactly know what all that means yet, but their Ranger program right now has, I think, 18 people worldwide in the program, and they're looking at including me in that. So I'm supposed to have a call about what that's going to take here pretty soon. But besides that, yeah, I started my vacation today. Was going to go up to a friend's house. Plans changed. So now I spent the day binge watching The Witcher. And so tomorrow I'm going to binge watch something else. But that's about it.
I thought that was a video game. I didn't realize that was a movie or
4-season long TV show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, cool. Yeah, I can tell you're thinning out in there. Not near the amount of stuff in the shack there.
Yeah. And the desk, the actual shack itself is completely rebuilt to what will fit in the RV. And so I've been operating off of that for about 2 weeks now with the entire setup. This is what I'm going to have when I go into RV. This will slide right into the spot that I have designed for it. So
I'll have to take some pictures and then here in a little while, or next stream, actually show what the setup is going to be.
Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be really cool.
Absolutely. All right, Super Dave, you've waited patiently. Your turn.
Well, I haven't had a whole lot going on. Got Mama's new car last weekend. Still taking care of that stuff. I am going to be building a battery box because my Gigaparts box, the latch and the hinge broke in the wreck. So the parts show up today to finish that up. So I'm going to put that together this weekend. And once I get everything done with the car, I need to get back out and start doing some more videos with the ham stick and setups for new hams, how they can get into HF radio cheap. But other than that, that's about it. Just trying to get everything finished from this accident.
Well, again, we're so fortunate that you guys were safe in that accident and got your wheels back on the road and everything's moving forward. Finally, somebody decides to join us there. Did everything come out all right, Michael?
Yeah, no, that wasn't a down a hall and to the right. That was the Muppets going ballistic because of a grocery delivery. I'm sorry. I'm here. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
Tell everybody what's going on with you this week.
Dude, it's cold. Got lots of work ahead of me. Still trying to put this antenna up, but it's just I haven't had any time. And I've got new antennas. Oh, look out now. This is going up. I just uncompletely raveled it. But it's the new well, it's not new, but it's the NFED half-wave base camp mini, but it's new wire. Oh, and there's just camera.
Wow. You gonna mount it on the ceiling?
Yeah, so this is the new wire that Matt N3VAN at Reliance Antennas has. This is some chunky stuff. It's military grade, and you know how military grade is. So this is going to be 180 degrees or 90 degrees out from my main NFED half wave. So I can go north and south and then east and west. So hopefully that works out. And we'll get that up this weekend. It's going to warm up. We just have this little cold front coming through, and I've got that to put up. And then I have my NFED random wire is going up too. So ought to be fun. God, it's cold up here. It's 25 degrees right now.
You had a very interesting video this week about Massachusetts drivers in the snow and all that kind of stuff.
Did you watch that?
I did. I did. It was good.
You look like you were reading a script.
I was reading a script because I sure as hell couldn't memorize all that.
So let me go ahead and speak to that for those. I see a lot of comments, okay, especially on, with these bigger videos that I've been doing lately. And a lot of people like to critique, your presentation style. Folks, you have to realize when you are in front of a camera, words escape you. Teleprompters and notes help.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
God bless.
Don't critique your content creators for reading a script or looking at an outline or something like that. Let's grab the chat one more time. Dave is still here. Dealer Dave, he says device is not connected, so I don't know if he's got a issue there or not. Several new folks have jumped in the chat. TC Drennan, KJ5 IUS, Southeast Texas. Good to see we're getting down south. Badger NNN says, welcome to Wisconsin. Well, Marvin's been to Wisconsin quite a bit already.
Marvin's in Wisconsin.
Yep. Our buddy Greg, K6EGG's in the house. Good evening, Greg. Glad to see you over here with us. Who else? Have I missed anybody? I think we're all caught up. Guys, channel donations are available again tonight as always. You see a little flashing green light or something down at the bottom of your chat. If you feel so inclined to support HamShackTV and the work that we do here, please utilize that as well. And one other thing I wanted to point out, I released another video this morning about a certain topic, and that is next year's tour. Next year's HamShackTV HamFest tour, which again is fueled by Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League. I'm so honored to announce that they have signed back on for next year's tour, renewed their sponsorship deal. I have slimmed the tour down compared to the 2025 tour. But the Hamcation is happening. We're looking forward to that in just a couple of months. That'll be here before we know it. I mean, once Christmas is over with, it'll be here. It'll be here pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
Dayton in May again. That'll be good times. And then in August we'll be back in Huntsville. I'll probably hit some smaller Hamfest along the way at some point or another. But
Stone Mountains and the little closer ones.
Yeah, Stone Mountain, probably Knoxville. I don't think I'm going to make Raleigh this year, and I sure do hate that for Nancy. I don't think I can make that one happen this year. But Rars Fest, y'all, is a great fest. You can go back on the channel at last year's tour, and this past year's tour,
Right.
and see Raleigh Hamfest footage, and it is that Hamfest has potential to be a huge Hamfest. So look forward to that. We'll have more information as that gets closer. But so thankful to James M0WRL. He's the CEO of both Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League, and appreciate their support of the channel, and also appreciate Andy, even though he's not here yet. We might need to write him a tardy slip or a suspension or something, or maybe give him truancy. I don't know.
I agree with the tardy slip, but he did say something in Discord that he was going to be running a little late.
Okay.
All right.
The big question now is it an excused absence or excused tardy or an unexcused tardy?
I say it's unexcused.
Unexcused.
Hey, what do y'all say we bring Greg in the house with us tonight?
Sure.
Well,
I just got a message from him on Discord asking if we needed another guest. We always need more guests. So, Greg,
definitely.
If you're watching, the link is in the Discord. Just click on that and join it just like you would a Zoom call.
Hey, this has to be reciprocal though, because I try to catch his live streams at night. Granted, he's 3 hours difference than us
Sure.
here on the East Coast, and so I'll watch him till 1 a.m. when it's 10 o'clock there. So I'm gonna be bombing his tonight if he gets on.
Yeah, and guys, if you've never watched any of Greg's live streams, you gotta watch them. They're so much fun. A lot of D-Star work, a lot of HF work, a lot of FT8. It's a lot of fun. You're trying to say something, Dave.
well, what I was going to say is since he's going to be joining us, and since he's in the Discord, he can all let us know how to join him on his streams through Sonobus, because that's what he uses to bring everybody in their audio.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
There's the guy.
Speaking of party, let's check on Andy. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Great to see everybody.
Absolutely.
Hey Marvin, do it.
I didn't know if I was going to make it to the
side.
stream tonight, but when I heard it was going to be Winter Field Day, I wasn't going to miss it.
Well, speaking of Winter Field Day, Andy, I got a bone to pick with you guys. So
okay, what kind of a bone?
We have a proprietary picture here behind Dave that he's got that looks like it's coming from the World Radio League. I want to make sure there's permission's been used to use that picture.
Oh, absolutely. Dave can use any background picture of World Radio League he wants.
This is coming from World Radio League. That comes right off the World Radio League page. He didn't put that on there.
No,
Marvin's saying you all stole his picture.
For my picture.
You're saying it comes off the Winter Field Day page is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, you said World Radio League. That's why I was confused. Okay.
But it's on the World Radio League page.
Okay.
It's on the World Radio League
Well, let me just square this up right now. Marvin, can we use that picture for our Winter Field Day contest?
Mm-hmm. What is it? Beg for permit, or was it
Ask for forgiveness, not permission?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
It's a lot easier to beg for forgiveness than to ask for permission.
I
Sometimes.
saw
There
that.
you go. There you
I
go.
saw that tonight, Andy. It's like I told Dave. I said I'm going to harass Andy about
Well,
that.
well, Marvin, that was up there last year too. So
Yeah, I know. I know.
it's
It
where
was.
the same picture, just a different date overlay. So yeah.
Right, exactly. I'm just harassing you. It was
Oh,
really
yeah.
a joke. I'm not being serious. So
I know.
And Andy, that was all set
Oh,
up.
my-
That's why I moved to the side.
We had
What's
been
that?
planning
yeah.
planning that.
We've been
Ever
I'm
since
sorry.
weeks
frozen.
ago.
My picture's gonna freeze off and on throughout the night because the EOS utility is terrible, and I'm looking for an alternative. Just warning everybody.
fair enough.
Starlink.
Well, Andy, we even though you're frozen and that is a great picture, y'all take a screenshot of
You
that.
should screenshot that. Yes.
But Andy, we were just I was just bragging on your guys' company for coming back to the table for the second time to do the HamShackTV HamFest tour.
Yeah,
next
absolutely.
Year.
Who did you talk to on that? Did you talk to James or Catalina on that?
Been all James. We've been talking
James,
back and
all right.
forth. We've been negotiating for the better part of 6 months now. So
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
glad we were finally able to come to an agreement on it and
Cool.
continue our mission together.
Very cool. Very cool.
But tell us what's going on in your world this week.
Yeah, absolutely. So, man, I wish this thing. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna. If you don't mind, I'm gonna share my screen for a couple minutes.
Please.
If you're good with that.
Yeah.
I wish my camera would work, but it will hopefully come back in a little bit. I may have to drop and show back up. But so let me share my screen here. We've still got some sales still open and running, at least through the end of the week. Some Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales are still going on, so go check that out. Where's my? Here we go. I've been doing some POTA activations lately, so can you see my?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm
Nope.
trying. I've got to stop presenting my side here first.
There we go. I've been doing some POTA activations lately, and I've done several this week, actually. I got my new mobile rig set up, so it's been a lot of fun there. I finally landed on the leaderboard for Missouri here. Let's see here. I'm not the...
Uh-oh.
Let me open this up.
Uh-oh.
There we go. So,
I
looks
didn't
like
think you
David
were on the leaderboard.
Foster. What's that?
Doesn't look like you were on the leaderboard, sir.
Yeah, I'm on the leaderboard. Absolutely. Right here. Looks like, wait. Oh, I know what happened. I think I need to refresh the page here, maybe.
Nope.
Anyway. So, yeah, I'm right here. Number 51 contacts. Something's not right there. Hold on one second here. I think I need to maybe close.
No,
the
Did you
tab.
forget to
Brad
log
has a few
today?
More contacts than you.
No, I did not forget to log today.
It's what he does for a living. He better be logging.
He's been blowing up my ham alert this week every day I'm at work. I'm not sure how he's doing it because he's doing it during work hours.
Yes, indeed. I since I got my new mobile rig installed, there's a POTA park 6 minutes from where I work, so I can go on a lunch break, just run over there and activate. It's very cool.
Nice.
Let me get this.
I need to go out there and check out Cedar Gap.
Yeah, it's a really great place. I've got to be close to getting my kilo eventually here. I don't know. I think I have 600, 700, 800 contacts from there, maybe. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with this thing. Anyway, let me just go ahead and share it with you here. There we go. So yeah, I finally landed on the Missouri leaderboard. I have not been logging hardly anything for a while now. I haven't been making many contacts at all until I got the new mobile installed and I really took off. But anyway, let's see here. I think Dave was on the leaderboard too, somewhere from that. Josh, what state are you in? You're in Tennessee, right?
Tennessee. I haven't
who's on
been
the leaderboard
operating
in
lately,
Tennessee.
so
There we go. There's our good friend Terry up there. 300
Terry with a
contacts.
tango.
Yeah. Now, Terry, let's see here. He's been logging like crazy. Let's see what the overall number is here. There we go. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's been logging like crazy. Here's Josh at 2344, and here's Terry at 2477. If you haven't figured this out yet, this was a setup. Terry wanted me to share this leaderboard tonight because he finally conquered Josh on the leaderboard.
Yeah. I'd like to remind everybody that here in about 3 weeks time, I will be off for the rest of the year. So enjoy that while that lasts there, Terry.
Well, here in about 3 weeks time, it will be the rest of the year. So
yeah.
Well, my question is, has he beat Brad yet?
Yes, Brad's right here. He's Brad's at 2189, Terry's at 2477. So he has he's beat Brad week to week. I think this week here we go. 125 and 300. So he's way past Brad this week. Last week it was, and for those of you who don't know, Brad K4AZE is our one of my coworkers at World Radio League. He handles a lot of the bug tickets and that type of thing, and user community comms, that a lot of stuff is on his plate, and contests. But yeah, last week he beat Terry out substantially, and then the week before that, it's like they've been going back and forth. We've got a new channel in our Discord called Fist Fights and Bragging Rights. And yes, Fist Fights is alluding to CW if you hadn't figured that out. But anyway, so yeah, that's been a lot of fun. Him and Brad have been going back and forth, and so yeah, really a lot of fun. Yeah.
Andy, I got a question. So I'm on World Radio League, and I'm looking at Massachusetts state leaderboard all time. And I see some calls in there that I know. And then there's a Marvin. But my call isn't in there. And I know I have a lot more contacts than a lot of the people on this board.
Are they imported, or did you directly log them?
They were imported.
Yeah.
I know
imported
what the problem
contacts
is there.
don't show up on our leaderboard.
What? No.
You have to
trust me.
Directly in World Radio League.
I had to do a bunch of logging on World Radio League because all my imports don't count.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the way it was set up from the beginning, and we've never necessarily had reason to change it. So anyway, I guess if enough people start lobbying and beating down our door, we might start to slightly consider it a little bit. But right now, it's not on the roadmap anytime soon for sure.
This way, just because it means you have to actually use World Radio League as your logger, because I don't think it's fair for someone else to come in and take their HRD or something, or some other N3 FJP contact they've been doing for 5-10 years, import it, and now have 10,000 contacts in there and bowl somebody.
Absolutely. So, yeah, for sure.
It makes sense. That's why I was just asking.
Yeah. So we do have
Marvin. I did those contacts.
Andy, let me take a quick break here, if you don't mind. We'll come back. We'll come back to you. We've got Greg's in the house. K6.
Hey, Greg.
GG.
Greg.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Greg?
Nice to see you folks in here.
Glad to see you finally make it over to us.
Degrees California.
It's cold. It's chilly. It got in the 40s at last night. So
oh my God! Oh, you big baby!
I had to put a sweatshirt on when I went to go eat Chick-fil-A earlier. So
we didn't even get to that as a high today, Greg.
Well, that was the wrong crowd to complain about it being cold, Greg.
It's 11 degrees in Wisconsin here. So yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I give you props for going to Chick-fil-A though.
But
I missed your mom this week, so I figured that would be an easy fix for me.
I will say, I do understand Californians. 40 degrees is cold for them.
Considering I was out there a month ago in late October, and it was 97 degrees.
Well, that's Southern California.
Well, even so,
Greg's in Southern California.
It's usually not that hot that late in the year.
No, and we're supposed to actually be 90 next week, believe it or not.
Wow.
So It's weird. It's weird. And I was trying to play some ham radio yesterday, and we have something called the Santa Ana winds. That breeze through here. We had gust over, I don't know, 50 miles an hour yesterday. So I had to basically had my antenna down the ground yesterday, but I still made contacts. I was trying to get my my what do they call it? The 12 days of QRZ. I don't have my notes in front of me, just like Josh mentioned.
Oh, has that started yet?
It started
on December 1st.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it is December 1st. You're right.
Duh.
I didn't even think about that.
What happened? What happened in November?
Right?
January seemed like it took January was like a year within itself, right? At least that's the way I felt about it. And then the rest of the year just kind of and then it's almost done. It's pretty amazing.
It's gone by really quick.
Yeah. 12 days of, I don't know. Oh, my screen doesn't work. Oh, that's a bummer. I hate when that happens. I had a failure here. But I was going to show the 12 days of Christmas. I'm doing okay. I've made some 160 meter contacts, which is not very good for the antenna I have, but it still works.
I was going to say, what did you put a new antenna up, Greg?
Nope, still using my my antennas 4010, but it seems to do pretty good. You got it
tuned on 160?
It could tune on 160.
I'm impressed,
but I can't get it to tune on 60. I'm sorry, on 6, which is, I think, probably in my area a little bit more busier than 160. Right.
Well, Andy, speaking of 12 Days of Christmas, we'll come back to you over on the league there. That would be a cool thing to have, something, maybe not a direct copycat of the 12 Days of Christmas, but some sort of a Christmassy themed award would be.
Oh
really
yeah,
cool
we're gonna be going crazy with some awards here now that we've got our database sorted out. We're gonna have some really fun ones coming along. So, absolutely, yeah.
Josh, don't get Andy started on Christmas.
Oh, he had the Christmas decorations up on the Halloween stream.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's got to be one of his favorite holidays.
You want Christmas, I'll give you Christmas. For sure. No questions
except
there.
All we're getting from you right now is EOS webcam utility.
Yeah, I know. Forget about it.
You don't have another webcam you can utilize?
It is here. It was giving me fits the other day, but it might work now. Where did I put it? Yeah, I know. I really need to sort my life out, but just be patient, please.
And Colin is going to ram this down our throat, and I knew it was coming. Just thought I'd mention it's summer, not winter.
Yeah, coming down from it. Yeah,
that's right. That's right, Colin. We can rub it in your face when it's your winter and our summer. So it can go both ways.
We actually have a team member in Argentina. Her name's Catalina, and she it's summer for her too, since she's in the southern hemisphere. If y'all joined our live stream on Monday, then y'all were able to meet her. She came on the stream for just about the whole stream, and that was a lot of fun. Probably be bringing on some more team members over there on the Monday live stream. But, yeah, it was
fun stuff. Well, Andy, do you got anything else you wanted to share? Or do you?
Yes, we do have some updates. I was sitting here working on seeing if my other camera decided to get past its hiccups and work for me, but I don't think it's going to. I do have a few things. Oh, I know what happened. Go with somebody else for a couple minutes. I'll be right there.
Well, I tell you what, let's do. I see the Winter Field Day log on your screen. Let's go ahead and dive into some Winter Field Day stuff, and we'll come back to the World Radio League side of that here in a few minutes. But before we do, let's talk to Greg for a minute, guys. If you're not familiar with Greg, K6EGG, what a cool channel he runs in his live streams. Guys, Greg, tell the audiences here, we're simulcasting on 4 channels tonight.
Oh,
a little bit about who you are and what you do over on your channel and all that kind of stuff.
Well, my name is Greg, K6EGG. I can't. There we go. Somewhere over here. There we go.
Hi, Greg.
Hello.
Hi, Greg.
I run a little tiny live stream channel here on YouTube. Just having a good time, just trying to connect with folks out there. I do some live streaming from some of my POTA activations. I bought a Starlink dish last year. Was able to make because some of the POTA parks here in California do not have cellular coverage. Chino Hills, which is great. I do a lot of my POTA activations there, so I pop that Starlink dish on top of my car there and go to town with it. I mainly do this. It's kind of like almost like a reverse channel where sometimes like people present and make videos and do that sort of stuff and like show people how to do stuff. Mine's kind of opposite where I don't know how to do stuff and people in the chat, I usually do stuff live. I do live streams. People in the chat explain to me how to do it. So everybody's kind of learning along when I'm learning along. So a little bit of a backwards type of a channel because I'm just an amateur. I don't know what's going on half the time, but I'm just trying to have some fun, making contacts, communicating with people. I really enjoy doing that. I'm a television sound engineer by trade. So I'm kind of like doing a bunch of my hobbies all at once. And I love connecting with people and meeting new people and finding out, just better ways of doing stuff. And our hobby is always changing and someone's always has a different way of doing stuff. So I'm just trying to gather that and present it into a YouTube form.
Hey, Greg, you should show everybody your setup there with your mixing board and everything. If you have that camera available.
Let's see. See some of my, when I go, yeah.
Oh, what'd you do? Break it, Greg?
Yeah.
There we go.
Stuff, yeah.
Are you using the EOS utility perchance? No.
OBS is killing me right now. I don't know why.
Well, that's exciting to know, Greg. I didn't even know that as long as I've watched your channel. But I did some. I've been in TV for a long time myself, and that's really cool. I didn't realize you were into that kind of thing.
Yeah. The other thing, real quick, is it in mirror form or something? Because it looks like my soundboard is opposite with my writing opposite, and I don't know.
It does look reverse. It looks mirrored.
How do I fix that? Can I fix that somehow in here?
Yeah.
It's great.
Whoa, train wreck.
StreamYard, I've had this problem. StreamYard will not let you mirror. It'll say it lets you mirror, and it will show you that it mirrored, but it doesn't show everybody else that it mirrored. So
I'm not mirrored
there.
Oh, I'm not mirrored. Okay, so it does look normal. Okay, so all right. Oh,
you're right. You're right.
Like it is not mirrored to the stream. Okay, so I route all my audio through this soundboard here. And it's through through some software in my computer that this soundboard is a digital console and an analog console mixed. So I can send my radio analog, and I can send stuff into the live stream digital. Thankfully, there's some software I'm spacing, and this is why Josh mentioned about the notes, because I wasn't too prepared when I came on here. I just
sorry, man.
Here, but there's some software that called Loopback that you can route audio basically virtually through different apps or programs within the computer. So when I do a live stream, I have some folks on Sonobus, which is an IP based software that has that transmits audio peer-to-peer with very little latency. So what I do is I have some people come in, Sam, Seth, a couple of those folks, Hamstick Eric, you might have seen his YouTube channel. He used to do a lot of activations over in Hawaii. He moved out to another country, unfortunately, for a couple of years. But I have him come in, and they all kind of help me out with stuff. I send them a video feed that's not delayed, because a lot of you folks watch YouTube and you notice you look over and it's delayed by about 5 seconds. I send basically a real-time video to those folks via Discord, and they get the audio from Sonobus. Like I said, Sonobus is a multi-channel IP-based transport for audio that I think somebody invented it or started it up when COVID was around, so people could play in bands together around the world. Because they couldn't be together at that point in time. So I got that going for me. What else I was going to say? So the other thing is I have this microphone right here. It gets sent to the soundboard. It gets sent to my 9700. It gets sent to my 7610. It gets sent to different programs within my computer. It gets sent to another computer that I use free DV with, that I just learned how to do. People were complaining that I needed to learn how to play with that new mode or whatever, or new to me at least, which actually is pretty cool. So I try to kind of showcase what you can do with what you have. I don't need to do all what I'm doing. You can hold a microphone and plug it into your radio like anybody else, but I just kind of want to experiment around. And look like Andy. We can see Andy now there.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm sitting here searching Amazon for an HDMI capture card.
Oh, just go get it.
Oh wait, I lost myself. That's why. Okay.
Hey Andy, just go. It's called Elgato. Just go get one and be done.
Just make sure you use my affiliate code. Totally kidding.
The cat.
Hey, great. We were talking about this just before going live here this evening, and we were talking about how to take a mixer and you've got your line in going from the mic into call it channel 1 in the mixer, and then I'm using this for the podcast and live stream here, and then I want to be able to use this connect into like my FTDX10. And so I've got line 2, 3, and 4, and I've got line outs as 1/4 inch. How do you run that into your other radio then? Are you using a splitter or do you have another line?
So that's actually a very good question. So what I do here, I don't know if there we go. Perfect. What I do here is I don't think you can see the labeling on here because of the lower third there, but my first channel here is my microphone in my RE27. And then I take a second output of my preamp, my mic preamp, and I send it into this channel right here. Now this mixer has 7 or 8 different outputs. Basically I'm mixing for this when I do live streams and when I'm on the radio, I mix 4 different outputs at once, because sometimes you don't want to have certain signals go to certain things. Like if I'm talking on the radio and somebody jumps on Sonobus and drops an F-bomb or makes a joke that I don't want to go on HF. So I have, in this particular console, they call them stereo cues. And 90% of the consoles, this is an English board. This is an SSL, solid state logic. So, and their logic is a lot different than other mixers, but generally you have auxiliary outs, which are just like main outputs, but you can assign them on each channel. So what I do for my radios is I take a second output of my preamp that I have outside of my mixer, which you guys can't see on the stream. It's an old Semitrex 528E that I picked up on eBay for like $100, and they sound awesome. They got a lot of headroom, a lot of gain, and they don't get RFI because they're made for radio stations. So I take a second output, put it into this channel. I also add a bunch of EQ that I don't want to go on the stream that sounds really good on HF, but sounds horrible to someone's ears if they're listening on a pair of nice headphones. I also there's something called an insert button, which a signal goes in and out of this channel. So the signal goes out of this channel, goes into some more processing. I have a compressor and what they call an Aphex oral exciter, which is basically like a super EQ. I use the compressor to expand and compress the audio signal because you want to squeeze as much audio signal as you can into the little tiny bandwidth we're allowed to use on HF, or what's available on HF because of the frequency. I squeeze everything down, I expand everything out, and I also, with the Aphex aerial exciter, it's called the 204, I can basically notch a frequency and churn it up as high as I can, which I do with the highs, and I add a little tiny bit of lows because a lot of low frequency just is not good for HF, and it kind of squeezes out because the transmitter, the ICOM 7610, their compressor is not multi-band, so anything low that's higher level will lower your higher frequencies. So you want your higher frequencies to be peaked and kind of get squished a little bit by the compressor versus the lower frequencies, or you sound a little bit muddy and kind of like that. Anyways, I take the insert insert out in back into the channel, send that out, pre-fade. This channel is always down. So there's a button on and it says post and pre on there. So I have this pre-fade. So I don't have to have this channel out to send anything out. And I'm only sent. So I have this mixer with 18 channels or whatever between the stereo channels. On my aux 2, that gets sent to the radio, which you guys probably can't really see. It says 2 radios. I send this aux that only has this, the radio feed to it. I send that to it. So that way, the other thing is I'm also monitoring the 7610 in. So when I'm monitoring it, I don't want to have that aux feeding that and it'll be just a big loop. You get feedback and it will sound horrible. It wouldn't sound good on the air. So you got to make sure that nothing else is up. I don't want Seth, N2SPG cussing or Sam or any of those guys cracking a joke. So this is my this is my Sonobus channel, which I generally have down. I definitely have it off. There's no light on there. I can turn it on like that. I send that to the radios. It goes. So I also, it's stereo. I can send, I panned off a little bit more to the right to this, and the right's going to the 7610. It's a stereo aux. And the left is going to the 9700. So this one output supplies 2 different feeds that I have going to both radios. And I have 2 foot pedals. My left foot pedal is for my 7610 and my right foot pedal is for my 9700. So, and I go between them a lot most of the night when I'm doing a live stream, depending on, how the band is and stuff. If the band is kind of weak, obviously I'll probably go over to D-Star because the digital propagation's always in.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Audio Video Trading 101.
The chat has been.
I hope that answers your question.
Greg,
Yes.
I have a question. I do have a question for you. Which
Can you start over?
Yeah. What model of mixer is that?
This is an SSL Big 6.
Okay.
Solid State Logic Big 6.
Yep.
They retail around, I think around 3,000.
Ouch.
Somebody I know, I didn't pay for that much.
A guy who knows a guy. No.
Yeah.
Was that one of
Did pay
those
the
ones that
tax.
fell off a truck kind of?
No, it's legit. It's something to let's just say I didn't pay full price. That's for sure. But it's definitely legit. So they actually sent it from England themselves because I had to buy a local adapter here to get it to work because they have 2 pins or whatever that are different.
Yeah.
And I needed to buy
European
like a little power supply thing for it.
Interesting.
So yeah.
All right. Well, let's dive in and to
Hopefully,
to the.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Hopefully that wasn't too much information.
No, I mean to the chat's point, we've got about 50-50. A lot of us are nerding out, and a lot of us are like, this is Greek.
Yeah, you lost me at volume.
So appreciate you showing that off, Greg. That's some interesting stuff.
Thank you,
Marvin. Let's dive in on Winter Field Day. What all you got for that?
Well, Winter Field Day this year is diving into its 19th year, and I think that's just a true testament to what this event has evolved in, the resilience and ingenuity and building of what it's come for the last 19 years of Winter Field Day, starting out with something being proposed by a group in 2006, saying, hey, we should do something about Winter Field Day, or we should create a Winter Field Day. And this is really a group called SPAR. And I'm not sure if they were out of Pennsylvania or Ohio, where exactly originally they were. But, they wanted to create a Winter Field Day. So the first Winter Field Day was really formed in January 13th and 14th of 2007. And that's when it first took place. So, again, it just, what began kind of almost even as an experiment or just kind of, hey, let's do something as a group, has really blossomed into a much more robust platform, and now it really became more of a emergency communication exercise during the winter. And with last year's numbers, I think that is a really good testament to what it has become. We had over 357,000 contacts last year. 26,000 different call signs were used, and we had I want to say right around almost nearly 800 different clubs participated in Winter Field Day, and Winter Field Day is just not exclusive to the U.S. It's actually opened up worldwide, and we had over, I want to say 25 or 30 different stations going overseas last year that was participating in Winter Field Day. So it was pretty cool. So and we got more people wanting to be interested this year, and we'll be doing our broadcast message over in Europe, things like that. So we'll talk more about that in just a minute here. The groundwork was laid back in 2007, and we've just continued to build on that year after year. And I think some of the things that we've really built on is, since I brought this on board in 2022 when I took it over, was that, we had, just kind of a quick exchange is all that really was. And there was nothing too major really about it. They had the typical scoring. And sometimes at one point, I guess the weather was even exchanged. So it'd like 59 degrees or could be, minus 20 degrees, whatever it might be. It was part of the exchange. We've kind of gone away from that, but we've created other objectives. But before I get to them,
you just made Greg faint when you said minus 20. No, I'm kidding.
We kind of off of our webpage. Let's see if I can actually share that real quick here. Let me pull that up. Share screen.
Does it have that amazing background that Dave has?
So it is. There's off the amazing background Dave has. So, I'm going to kind of give this a quick read, but the Winter Field Day aims to help participants improve the preparedness for disasters and enhance their operational abilities in adverse conditions. And so amateur radio operators have the freedom to use frequencies on the VHF, VHF, or UHF bands while employing a voice, CW, or digital transmission. The event designates specific objectives to encourage a diverse range of activities, including the use of non-commercial power sources, the deployment of multiple antennas, establishing satellite contacts, and more. And so you can, read more about the history of Winter Field Day, but it's really about the preparing for disasters and enhancing the operational abilities in adverse conditions. I never remember that. It's kind of a whole word salad mouthful of stuff. So, it's one of those things that we really believe in making sure that you're prepared during these winter environments. And I think that's really most important. That's kind of like what we really want to prepare for. And I'll come back to this webpage in just a minute here. Stop sharing from there. But, some of the things that we really want to focus on a lot is testing that portable communications. We all know that during, cold weather, snow, ice, winds create different conditions that degrade antennas. You may have ice built up on them. You may have power strains with batteries that are getting cold. They don't last as well in the cold weather. You may end up with challenging conditions. What is your endurance during those time periods? What can you do? We have, whether you're in a tent or are you in a building, it really gives you an opportunity to train under those adverse conditions that we can't have during the summer, or you don't get during the summer. And it really, it brings you a different light of what difficulty you might experience during winter or during any other type of year. And that, I think, winter of all seasons probably gives you the most you're not having enough ice and you're not pushing enough fire. That's funny. Probably somewhat true, but it's one of those things that winter just brings a whole different light of things for disasters that can happen. And so, it's a good time to make sure that you're staying up on top of things. And we do give you the opportunity to run on battery or solar, but obviously your daylight hours are less during that time. So it makes it a little bit more challenging as well. So how long can your, solar go? Or, it's a good time to test that generator. It's always a good time to get them up and running. If you can go out and test them once a month, you probably should. that's a bad check mark on me because I don't do it on my own personal ones often enough, as well. But exactly. But it really gives you an opportunity to test where the commercial power lines may not be available. Ice that goes down during the winter. They're trying to get storms come in and snow comes in, and you don't have that regular commercial power to do it. So does your battery or solar power, or generator really work during that time? So it gives you an opportunity to broaden your skills as well, because we have all kinds of objectives out there to test yourself and say, hey, I've really never done a satellite contact before. I want to be able to do one. It gives you an opportunity to learn and take time to do that and see if that works. The other thing is we've got things like we did. I'll say it. I copied the summer field day a little bit. We created a broadcast message last year for the first time, and we do not make it as long. It's a lot shorter. It should be a lot easier to copy. That was our first year doing it last year. I think we had a lot of luck with it. I think people liked it overall. I haven't heard anything bad about it, put it that way. But it gives you a chance to copy a message, and we do it in different modes. Like CW would do it. We're operating in digital modes. I think we're going to go with PSK. I have my notepad right in front of me, but I think it's a PSK 31 we're going to do this year is what we're pushing out. Last year we did Olivia. It's a very robust band. It can really go through in low band conditions. And so it really pushes through kind of like FT8. But of course, people are going to go, well, why can't I do FT8? Why I want to do FT8 on winter field day? But it doesn't transmit an emergency message. Use JSA call. If you've never used if you've never used JSA, use that instead. Sorry. I've had this little bit. I breathe in some of that cold air in Wisconsin. Holy crap! It's just kind of getting to me this week a little bit. Not used to that. So, a little more coffee, or coughing a little bit more. So anyway, trying to keep my throat from being too dry here. Anyway, so that's that's what we try and aim for, and just creating that mindset of readiness. I think that really helps out a lot. And of course, field day, you always got the camaraderie, you got support. And some people do it by themselves. Some people do it in groups of, 5, 10, 12 people. People get clubs together. But, we're all about having fun as well, and want to make sure that people value it. I know someone kind of joked today about, you guys, why are you calling it field day? I was like, call it, MCOM instead. But, we do expect people to get out in the field. We have a lot of people who are still doing home, and we've created objectives to really kind of encourage people to get out in the field around that, because so many people do it from home. And I understand if you're elderly or you've got, a broken leg, or, you're maybe not well, you got a cold or something like that, and you don't want to get out in the cold weather. Fully understandable. I get it. But really, we really want to push this people to the outside, and, whether it's in a mobile trailer, maybe an RV, something like that. That's where we want winter field day to really be. So, it gives you a chance in the middle of winter to be able to test those antennas as well, and to be able to check them. And again, checking your gear just regularly should be not an everyday thing, but maybe once a month. Reach into that bag, check it, turn on the battery, maybe recharge that battery, that sort of thing. But wintertime gives you a chance to operate it. I knew a guy that had put his radio away. He'd moved. He moved, separated from his wife, moved away, had his radio in the box for 6 months, went to pull it out, didn't work. It was fine when he put it away, but it just didn't work anymore. So, it's like, well, crap. So it's one of those things that it's good to test it, and it's good to check on a regular pattern or a regular basis. And so that's, what you want to be able to do, but there's no really other event like winter field day, to, in that time of year to really check those sort of things, and to be able to have a simulation to any type of adverse weather that you might have. So that's why I think it's so great to have this winter field day event. And I really believe in it, wholeheartedly. And again, some people go from, sit out in a tent on a lake, to being inside a community center of some sort, or a basement of a church or whatever it might be. And so that's really what we like. But we want people to get out and really enjoy those times during Winter Field Day. So going back into the screen here, Josh, I'm going to share a screen real quick here. Was on our Winter Field Day page, what we really want people to do is come down here and come down to this location map. Right now we've got 156 registered. Last year we had over 1,000 some registered. I don't remember what the number was right offhand, top of my head. You'll see some people over here in China, in Mongolia, and what happens is they end up forgetting to put the negative in front of the longitude when they register. And so they're doing Winter Field Day in China instead of probably somewhere in the U.S. But we can go in and fix those. We usually know what they are. And we look at them and go, oh, yeah, there's somebody messed up there. So, and then let's see, this one here in, W7ASY. He's going to be doing it somewhere in South Korea or off of Thailand somewhere. He's going to be doing Winter Field Day, looks like, over there. But we do have 4 here in the United Kingdom, and those are probably pretty accurate. So we got Ireland, London, Germany, and Croatia. And those are just the name for our first 4. So you see some that are purple, some are blue. It's whether it's a public location or whether it's going to be a private location. Someone's doing it maybe in their backyard or maybe on a lake or something. They don't really have people visiting there. But, we do have those. And then, of course, we try and, we look at these on the map. I got to scroll in here and zoom. You can start to see where all of them are around here. And then people are zooming in or zooming in. You can start to break down even more. So, Josh, we got somebody over here by Nashville. We got a couple people out in Asheville, that area. Let's see what we got up in the Northland here. So North Dakota, South Dakota, I don't think we have any hams in those 2 states, to be honest. It is such a rarity to get somebody to operate from those states. Montana is a little, I've had usually 1 or 2 people from Montana, but North and South Dakota, I just don't think there's any hams during the winter that want to operate there. Those are 2 tough states to really get for some reason. So if you're from North South Dakota and you're operating Winter Field Day, please go out and register on the map. So we do like to see all 50 states on there as well. Obviously get people up in Canada, etc. So it's pretty easy to do, and we just like to kind of have an idea of who's out there, and it gives the people to opportunity to come visit you or to be able to learn more about it. So
I know our club, Smoky Mountain Amateur Radio Club, we typically participate in this. However, I have not heard any conversation from the club about it, so I'm going to need to ask them about it.
Yeah, definitely. So that's always
Winter
pretty good.
Field Day is one of the greatest events to happen to ham radio, in my estimation. It's just absolutely awesome.
Thank you, Andy. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
it's the first event I participated in right after I got my license, and
nice.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. We've had, like, at our Winter Field Days, we've had chili cook-offs, things like that.
Ooh,
yeah,
that sounds like a fun. That sounds like a fun twist.
You get 3 or 4 people bring the crock pots out, and we have hot chocolate, and we have a coffee station, and it's a lot of blast. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So it's always a good time. And I the last 2 years I've went and visited other Winter Field Day sites as president of Winter Field Day, and so I really haven't done much operating. I did a little bit last year with about 25-30 contacts, but I didn't get to do a whole lot, unfortunately. You can find us. You can email us. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, or Discord. And we have a nice Discord channel, very active in there. A lot of information, a lot of announcements come out of that. Sometimes we have some polls going on in there. We're going to do a little bit of a JS8 thing this year as well. And something where, I didn't really get to play with too much last year. I had some problems with the radio. And that was using slow scan television. And so I've got a Winter Field Day logo kind of image similar to what you might be able to see behind me there a little bit. Of course, my one monitor just went out. There we go. Little slow scan television of that image along the way. So that's kind of cool. We don't have any corporate partners right now. So if you're in the corporate partner world and you want to become a sponsor of Winter Field Day and help support us, that'd be great. Clubs that donate a certain amount get kind of a promotion on our webpage here. And then at the very top here, we do have a Winter Field Day shop store, which I'll take you to real quick. And this is all of our different gear that we have for Winter Field Day this year. This is brand new to us. This was opened up about, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. So we got a sweatshirt, a short sleeve shirt. I need to get a long sleeve t-shirt probably in there as well, but I didn't think about that till really just now because we had the sweatshirt in place. But people have different Winter Field Day flags. We tried to put the bear on the Winter Field Day embroidered the beanie, but their embroidery did not like that. So we had to just go with kind of a star and Winter Field Day overall.
It's a snowflake. That ain't no star.
It's like, I'm sorry. Yes. So, right. Snowflake.
For those of you snowflakes out there.
Yeah.
How did I know somebody was going to say that?
Right.
I don't know.
So we can, you can do the Winter Field Day flag there, or if you want more of a custom Winter Field Day flag, go over to hamstuffonline.com and he can customize it for you. We got the, so I will push that out there a little bit to him. The die cut sticker is pretty cool. Our other square stickers that we have are just square. So these are actually die cut. And I wish I could give you guys a better price on that. But one, we have to try and make a buck because this is our only support that we have coming into us. And so when you buy Winter Field Day gear, you also get the opportunity to kind of support us in a way. So we make a small profit. And I'm talking, there's nothing we're making more than $4 on here. So it's not a lot of profit in our pocketbook. So you think, man, they got high prices. Well, we're only, making minimal bucks. So that's kind of where our store is at. And again, it's just something to help fuel us and keep us operational going. So that's what that's kind of about. Results. I know a lot of people go, they just scoff at this. And we're trying to improve this. This is getting better. But something we did do this year, which is kind of cool, is if I go into a category and we look at this, if you go click on this, you can actually see now more of their information broken down even more so. And we're trying to make this a little bit more friendly to people. And so
is that going to be live?
This is not live, unfortunately. No.
Okay.
This is all kind of after results when we do that, but you can kind of see the objectives completed, that sort of thing, which is kind of cool. All their QSOs they did by band. This is where we have a problem right now, and I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to hide it from nobody. Is that they made 24 digital contacts? Those are probably actually phone contacts, but there's something in our scripting of our programming that is pushing things to digital instead of the phone. So don't be skewed by that too much. Just be aware that we know those should be phone contacts, but they're showing up as digital for some reason. We're trying to figure out where it is in the logic that's breaking down and having an issue. So, we do it by category because it's no fair to compare somebody who did indoors with somebody that did it mobile and made they had 22,000 somebody QSOs, and somebody that was mobile may have not been able to do that depending on what their setup was. So I can't compare an indoor with what maybe somebody did in a mobile situation. So they're just apples and oranges in my mind. So that's kind of cool. We get to see results, and again, we can break those down by different categories and see a lot more information. You see all the different sections they contacted, that sort of thing as well. So it's pretty cool information. So
that particular, you're talking about the indoor versus outdoor argument.
Yes.
That particular conversation is kind of, and this is sort of related to what you're saying. I had a really tough time accepting the results of the Tennessee QSO party this year. And simply because we ran as multi-op high power. However, we didn't even get a certificate this year, even though we were the only person in our category. And a group, we ran 2-3 radios, a group over in, somebody else here in Tennessee, they did multi-op low power, worked less QSOs than we did, but won the award somehow because they had so they had, probably 5, 6, 7 radios going. So
Sure.
The categorization is one of the biggest problems with contesting, if you ask me.
Yeah, exactly. I think I kind of agree with that. And that's why I've got to compare it. If you did outdoors, you got to compare yourself to somebody that did outdoors. If you did low power, then you got to compare somebody that did low power. You can't try and expect to, compete with that. I don't think that's fair at all by any means. So rules. This is kind of I'll call it a Cliff Note version under this rules page. So we added a couple objectives. Alternative power has been changed. So pay attention to like laptop and HVAC requirements for I think for indoors is what we consider, because some people question, hey, is this indoor? Is this outdoors? Really trying to figure that out. Additional 12 band objective, and apparently some clarification has been added to the bottom of the appendix. I'm not sure what that one is. So, let's try and go pull up the one. If I can find it here real quick. We do, again, for the first time last year, we went to a 30-hour operational period, and we'll do that again this year as well. Just simply because I tried to accommodate the people on the East Coast where they have parks and stuff that close at 4 p.m. So if we started at like 1 or 2 p.m., you'd have to close down by 4 because the park would close. And I didn't know that until I went out east. And it was like, that's a bunch of BS. That's crap. It's like, how are they supposed to be able to operate? It's like, if you can go to a park and work, it's like, that sucks. So we moved it to an earlier time to give you a little bit more operational on Saturday to have, some time there, which is kind of cool. And you can also change so if on Saturday you want to operate in some park and you're, maybe 2 guys are operating together, operate within that 1,000 square feet. But then again, you can move to another park on day 2. And as long as you can change your event location throughout the event. So you can't change grid squares, you can't change sections. So I can't go from, Alabama to, Louisiana or something, or Mississippi, whatever. But you can, still, or South Texas to North Texas, or, whatever the different sections may be, but you can still, stay within, like if you go 2 different parks and do that, that's fine. Again, I was trying to find that section about the HVAC real quick here. I don't see it. But yeah, just read through that. That will give you the quick summary of that.
So does a 12-volt powered diesel heater count as HVAC?
No. Okay. Again, we always say this isn't really a contest. It's an experience. It's an event. It's like call it 13 colonies. Route 66. It's an event. It's not a contest. But some people look at it as a contest because we award points and we do that. And we have the contesters who are really avid about getting their contest points and being part of it. And so we have to keep a certain. It's a strategy of ours to be able to have both, kind of the contest and event part of it, in the same, element along the way to keep, Winter Field Day going. But, we don't really worry about the points that much. But what I really want to get to is our list of objectives here. So this is, so here we go. So we have all our point multipliers here. So you automatically just get 1 point for multiplying. And that was a failure last year of our math that if you took, if you didn't have any points, so you had made 270 contacts. Well, 270 times 0 is 0. So it made it really challenging. So we had to go back and at least give you 1 point.
You don't complete this objective, you lose.
You just lose.
Josh was just taking his shoes off to count.
Yeah. So you can operate 100% alternative power. You get 1 point for that. Operate away from home. Obviously, you get more points for that for every QSO. Deploy multiple antennas, making a satellite contact a little bit more challenging. A few more points awarded. Using FM versus using a satellite contact with single sideband or CW. And then sending and receiving at least one WinLink email. We don't need a confirmation of that at all. It's just more on the honor system, and that's a lot of this is based on the honor system, saying, hey, you know what, you did send in and receive at least one email. You can check the box, and hopefully you can sleep well at night with yourself. If you checked it and didn't, do that because you just wanted to get more points. But that's on you, not us.
I have a suggestion for that. Everybody send a WinLink email to W0MET during Winter Field Day so that they can verify that you sent a WinLink email.
I'll get to Andy, I heard you. I'll be right back in just a moment on that one. So copy the Winter Field Day special bulletin, which is always kind of cool. Again, we send out in multiple ways. We have multiple stations throughout the U.S. working on that. 6 different bands working on at least 12 different operate on at least 12 different bands using multiple modes, digital, CW, single sideband, operate the event QRP. So a lot more points for using QRP, and operate 6 continuous hours during the event. So out of 33 points, you make 100 contacts. Again, I don't do math online, but you can figure that out. And you can wreck yourself up pretty quick just by doing a bunch of objectives. So it really, again, challenging people to get out and do things differently. And not just sit there and try and make 100 contacts, but why can you make 100 contacts doing QRP? A little more tougher, a little more challenging, right? Maybe you have a small battery and you want to conserve that battery because you have to go for a 30-hour event. Well, you're not going to be operating 100 hours, or you're not going to be operating 100 watts if you'll have a smaller battery and you need to get through a 30-hour event. You're going to have to back off your power a little bit to be able to make it through to make that battery last. So it's just learning those sort of things and going with that. I think that makes a big difference. If you want to know more questions about why isn't FTA allowed, it just doesn't pass INCOM emergency, communications messages. We want you to go out and erase your log, those sort of things. So we do have a flyer here. Yeah, that's been updated. Okay. So that was not updated the other day. So you can put your local information here. A lot of people like this flyer, and a lot of people really used that last year quite a bit. So that was pretty cool to see those out and about with people. Other resources, logging programs. I can't really say this enough. Is if you are using any of these 3 or 4 logging programs or others, please make sure you're using the latest version of those contest loggers. They've been tried and true with the latest version to produce the correct output with ADIF or Cabrilla formats when all said and done. And if you're not using the latest version and you submit a log that has something from 1990 still, when you're in 3 FJP and you have not updated the versions to it, that's not on us to make sure your file's correct. It's on you to make sure your files are correct. So they have changed their loggers over the years. They do different versions, and they've updated to meet ADIF standards and to have the correct class and category for our Winter Field Day event. So that is, I can't tell you how many problems we have. I think we had like some 30 different versions potentially. And I'm not exaggerating this number one bit. I'm not lying at a wall. I mean, it was like 27, 28. I mean, it was near 30. I know that. Different versions of N3FJP submitted last year. So, yes. So it creates a lot of problems.
Fix that for you.
Let me just say this, and I'm going to give Andy a nice little plug here.
Yes.
If you just use World Radio League, you're going to have the correct version.
Yes.
Just like that. It's automatic.
Yeah, that's not going to be a problem.
No, well, I mean, I'm going to dig Andy a little bit. He's working on it. They're correcting it. But we did find that a World Radio League did not meet the proper standards last year or currently. And so they're fixing that to make it to fit the current standard we have to make sure it's publishing the ADIF correctly. So when it's submitted to us, we can have the proper fields that we can see, and we can make sure that your log is getting that information correct.
That's already turned over to the team, and we'll have that fixed for you plenty of time.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Were there any major issues last year? Was this an issue last year, or was it an update this year?
I'm guessing it's probably an update that something changed along the way. But
okay.
yeah,
'Cause I don't think we had any issues last year with our.
no, I think it got correct. I think it's fine. Something just changed along the way. But Ham 2K was the same way. He had a small issue, and that's also getting corrected with his. So, but everybody else we have tested. If you go out to our Discord channel, there is a in one of the channels there. I don't remember which one right off the top of my head. That shows what the proper ADF format was and what it is. And then people are going, well, hey, how about DX log, or how about this one? How about this one? It's like, well, you know what? There's how many different logging programs out there, and we can't possibly test them all. But we are going to say these are kind of the official. N1MM should be added to this list too. But I think they're. I'll double check on that one. I think he's got an issue with that one. But I think it's either been corrected or he was correcting it too. But,
and if I just like to throw this in real quick, if you don't mind. If you're using N1MM or N3FJP, you can stream those contacts through to your World Radio League logbook and still get on the World Radio League Winter Field Day leaderboard.
That's a good point, Andy. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Just again, if you need the section list, sections, maps, know the different zones, those sort of things, you have all the information there. Even if you're like in another program or you have to go fill something out, go look at these maps and go fill that information out. You can find your ITU zone, on this information. So this is really helpful throughout the whole year, not just necessarily for Winter Field Day. Again, you can add your custom flyer here, some location map, Bolton schedule. We'll put that out when it's not. It's probably not currently. Yeah, that's for 2025. We've not updated for 2026, but you kind of get an idea of what our 2025 Winter Field Day Bolton information looked like. And so last year we did Alabama, Colorado, and Ohio. And I think that's going to remain the same for this year as well for those 3 states. So thank you for those who do that one. Some different stories of you want to see a cool Winter Field Day station. This one right here, there's a video on NBC. You guys, I'm not going to play it now, but I'll just pull up the first second of it. But you can see how big they had that whole thing. And they literally had a.
Can you make that full screen so we can see it a little bit?
After this commercial.
Yeah, you guys can watch NBC on the news, but or Montana. But I mean, they literally put up a big tower. They had these big warm tents and everything. It was really cool to see their story come out of Winter Field Day. So if you guys have Winter Field Day stories, please email us help desk at winterfieldday.com or WFDA at winterfieldday.com. And if you get you're in the news somewhere, please let us know. I mean, we haven't seen any stories since 2022. So if you have anything that comes out, our newsletter, I think we're going to get one out again this year. We're trying to get this right here, this error capture thing fixed. We're trying to make 3 different platforms play together, and that is a pain in the rear. So
the godforsaken reCAPTCHA. I hate them things. I hate them.
We've been dealing with this for 2 months. We've been trying to fix it. We don't know why. So. And if you want to, actually, we should update that one too. But that's now Ham Stuff online. But JSE Embroidery has some great embroidery stuff as well. If you want to go visit them, they've got some cool embroidery stuff over there. And then these kind of the original members of Winter Field Day here. And you'll hear Eric. I saw him in chat earlier today on Discord mentioning this. One of the founders of Winter Field Day. Tom was a great guy. And then this is. Actually, Melinda just dropped off, so we're actually we just made Travis one of our new members.
Hey, I recognize one of those guys.
You recognize one of them? So,
yeah,
I recognize 2 of them.
I recognize 2 of them.
Well, yes, 2 of them, yes, but one of them I'm talking to right now, so he doesn't count.
Doesn't count. So anyway,
speaking of which, let me razz him a little bit.
Yeah.
Jason, you're on this list. I invited you. You should have been here. Shame on you. Totally kidding.
Mike Kelly, he is he's our social media guy, and he is on your Facebook. He's in your Instagram. He's in your Twitter, and he's on Discord, and he monitors that like no tomorrow. He does a phenomenal job with that. And then Craig is our new treasurer. Because Melinda just had to drop out, too many health concerns and other issues going on. So,
and of course, who can forget Michael?
My brother.
Is that another face we recognize?
Yeah. So we definitely have our faces out there in ham radio. So between my podcast, his stuff with his business and everything in Winter Field Day and NARA, we definitely make a presence out there. within things. So, but that's kind of a little bit about us and that. And if you just want to contact us again, or whatever, feel free to come visit the page. And if you want to make a donation, again, help kind of support our our operating budget. It's not big, and we don't have a lot of costs, but a lot of people sometimes make $5, $10, $25 donations, and sometimes you can choose whether you want to pay the 3% credit card fee or whether we take that on. But we do appreciate every little donation along the way, however you want to provide that. And again, it kind of we don't have any other funding, so it's kind of through our ICOM would kind of give us a little bit of initial boost, and then they dropped a bunch of stuff across the board, and so we were one of the groups that they dropped, and so we are completely self-funded. So anything you can give us would greatly appreciate it. And again, you can make a purchase through our store. A few bucks here helps here and there, and or just make a general donation through PayPal. And again, get a hold of us. Reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, Discord. We're glad to help you for any way we can. If you have any questions or problems, we'll try and address those issues. We have emails that several of us are reviewing now, and not just myself and my brother. We have lots of us that are doing this on a regular basis. So glad to be a part of that. So one last quick thing, Josh, is as we have 19 years behind us, and we are looking to continue to make that trend in our 20-year anniversary next year in 2027. I think we've just really shown that Winter Field Day has become an established cornerstone of amateur radio, and we continue to have a commitment to preparedness, and we really want to just thank everybody who participates by the number of thousands of operators and club members and the contacts that we've made this past year, 357,000. Hopefully we'll continue to exceed that this year. And we continue to evolve with new rules, rule updates. We try new objectives. We want to continue to change those on a regular basis. And we are welcoming an environment for experienced and new hams. Andy said that was his first event, as a new ham. And so he really enjoyed that and had a lot of fun. And he thinks it's one of the greatest events out here. So, again, we want to make this as a very casual event. A lot of people will say that, a contest or, it's like bam, 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 bam. And they're just, you're just getting hammered. And it's a very strenuous time for people to try and get on the air. And it's very tough. And people are nervous and everything else. And we don't want Winter Field Day to be that way. We want you to be able to be the opportunity to get on there. I don't know how many times I've seen people come to Field Day, summer, winter, I don't care what it is. And like, oh, you want to get on the air? I mean, they're general, they have the opportunity and they're working under people's extra licenses, the clubs. And they just don't want to get on the air. They just want to stand and kind of watch somebody else make the contacts. And, it's like, if you've never been on the air, you've never done it. When shit hits the fan, it's like, what are you going to do? Be prepared. You need to be able to have the opportunity to know that you can do it and you can copy and listen, because there's a certain skill to listening and catching some of these call signs and stuff, especially getting bad conditions. It may be tough. You've got pileups, you got other radio traffic going on. You're trying to copy the N6. What was it? N6, it's like, okay, say it one more time, say it slow for me, whatever it might be. And so it just takes time. So, it's for operators like all of us, and whether you're experienced or licensed, and you've got a regular, you're out doing POTA on a regular basis, or you've got your own field deployable toolkit already, whatever it might be. We give everybody. I don't know how many people do POTA during Winter Field Day, but there's a lot. And so, Winter Field Day really, I think, just gives people that opportunity for a perfect blend of a chance to test your gear, sharpen your skills, and, make sure that you're ready to connect when the time hits. And that's what's really, the valuable tool in the end is you knowing that you're being robust and you have the endurance to last and do what you need to do. And you feel confident about that at the same time when you're all said and done. So I think that's just, there's something key in knowing that. And it's very important to feel confident. And because if you're not confident in what you're doing, you're, I hate to say it, you're kind of worthless. It's like, what good are you going to be able to get on the air and help somebody in a disaster if you've never done it before? So
some would say I'd be worthless anyway, but
we all, practice makes perfect, right? And the old, you have to be prepared. And if you don't know what you're doing, again, you have to practice. I mean, that's why emergencies, first responders, we do, emergency exercises, everything else throughout the year. Communications is always about doing emergencies, preparedness and for when those disasters strike. You hear about these set exercises, similar emergency tests that people do every fall. And, we could be that link providing vital information. And now I know a lot of people say, well, we got cell phones and satellites and all that nowadays, but you know what? There's still times this year that ham radio's been the one to carry the flag and carry the torch through.
This year, yeah.
Hurricane Helene specifically.
It's not just this year either.
Oh, it's not just this year.
The Joplin tornado down in Joplin, the cell towers were wiped out.
Right.
Only communication was ham radio after that tornado came through Joplin.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and I want to your point, Marvin. Yes, it prepares you, but I do also, I kind of relate this to music in a sense. You have to have an ear for music. Well, I think you have to have an ear for communication too.
You
do.
And when you're on HF, especially during, y'all can call it not a contest all you want, but I call field days contests, both of them.
Right.
When you're on there and as competitive as I am, listening, trying to learn how to pull phonetics out of the static.
Right.
You're talking like a 3x3 signal or something like that. That is what I call ear training. And that can be invaluable when it comes to a disaster situation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it could be a matter of minutes of copying that information if it could potentially mean life or death, So, yeah, that's why we push, the kind of the MCOM, the emergency preparedness aspect of it, because it's like there's nothing else like it in the winter. So,
sure.
I think that's what's most important. And again, some people may say that ham radio's dead in terms of preparedness, and we're not going to be called out or not be used. But again, this year, not this year alone, but it's still being pulled as a valid and usable resource when needed. So,
if you don't want to do the icy cold winter field day, I'm sure you could head out to sunny Southern California with Greg or Josh over at Crash Course. I'm sure you guys will be doing a field day thing, won't you, Greg?
I was just looking on my date book. I'm actually off the Saturday, so I'm going to try. I'll probably just do like a POTO or something. I've only done one field day, and actually did it at work in the parking lot, but I still did it. It is kind of cool getting all your gear out and separating yourself, and it's very important. Forget who said get out of your house.
That was me.
Just so you have what you need. Because the first time I went and did a POTA by myself, I didn't have what I needed. So that's good to know, I actually kind of made a point to myself to put all that stuff in my garage in a certain place so I could just grab it in case we get an earthquake here. We had a huge fire about 50 miles away here last year. It wiped out like a whole city, took all its cell phone towers out, everything. Mm-hmm. To Dave's point, we get really bad wind here. It knocks over power lines. It shuts off cell towers. So yes, I'm definitely gonna do the winter field day this year.
Good.
I think
You got to go up to Big Bear. You got to go up to Big Bear, Greg, and do it.
That's too cold. Come on, man. I got no
It's
time to
winter
be cold.
field day.
What's the point in being in California if you're going to go to the cold?
Correct.
Right.
I mean,
But you know what? It's not that cold up in Big Bear, and you never know anymore if they're even going to have snow in January.
That's a
Man,
good
the
point.
last couple winters, they got a lot of snow in Northern California and up in the mountains. Holy smokes.
We got
Yeah,
a
but
lot
Big
of
Bear's-
rain and snow here. Not snow at my house, but just in Mount Baldy, 10 minutes north of me. Record the last 2 years. So
Yeah, they've gotten dumped on. Hey,
Hey,
Greg,
Michael,
what
Big Bear- Big
ahead.
Bear's not up. Big Bear's not in Northern California. It's probably 45 minutes north at the most of Greg.
east of me, yeah.
Yeah, northeast.
Kind of out between you and Vegas, I guess.
M-
Closer to you than
Yeah.
Between me
Vegas,
and
but-
Palm Springs.
Okay,
Yep.
Okay.
It's a little more towards.
fair enough. Let's go down to Andy. Andy, I know you've got some stuff going with the World Radio League for the.
Yeah.
Before we go to India, one thing I want to say is that yes, so Ham or Winter Field Day last year partnered with the World Radio League, and we are partnering with them again this year for our kind of official logger, and they've got their Winter Field Day contest up on their board already, and you can go subscribe to that, and it is
Go enroll.
you can go enroll, and you can be
Totally
rated.
free.
Yep, it's totally free. Go enroll with them, and then you can be on that leaderboard, and it's a live leaderboard for who's doing contacts at that Winter Field Day. It's not the official Winter Field Day scoring mechanism, because you still have to submit your log to Winter Field Day as a Cabrilla or a ADI format. We do give you the option for both. We feel like there's a lot more that can go wrong with a Cabrilla format because it's so subject to what you have. But the ADF can be exported and submitted from World Radio League right to Winter Field Day, and we do appreciate that as well. So, but and I think that's a perfect transition over to Andy talking about Winter Field Day and the World Radio League together.
You guys have made Winter Field Day very easy to score. So just like last year, we plan to have full Winter Field Day scoring again this year. So you will see your score. It won't be, of course, the Winter Field Day teams. You guys still got to submit your log to them. They'll approve it and get you your approved score. But you can see your real time score as you're logging in World Radio League, and you'll pop up on the World Radio League leaderboard. I was gonna see if I could find the it's contest.
While you're looking for that real quick, looking for that, so when you do submit your log over to Winter Field Day, you can actually get your certificate for showing participation in Winter Field Day as well.
Yes.
So there is I saw that on your notes there, certificate. I forgot to mention that earlier. So
yeah, we offer basically an award and certificate for participating in the Winter Field Day. So absolutely. Here is last year's. Here we go. This is really kind of a cool visualization. You can see, the bands that were used, modes that were used, QSOs per hour. This is really old, so some of the data is kind of expired and off the participants on the air, of course. And let's see here if it'll show. Yeah, all that data is kind of expired, but this becomes a really cool visualization, because you'll be able to see over the 30-hour period. You'll be able to see when people were making the most QSOs, when that kind of dips down in the middle of the night and comes back up again. And it's a really cool thing. This is last year's Winter Field Day. It was a very, very fun event, and I was gonna say a couple minutes ago, I think one of the coolest things about ham radio is these days when you first get your technician license, the first thing you start to learn about HF is POTA, or Parks on the Air, and Winter Field Day. Those are like the first two things you learn about, and it's just this two awesome. They're just two of the best things that's happened to ham radio. They're absolutely incredible. They help people be more prepared. They're just very, very fantastic things, and I think pairing those up, POTA and Winter Field Day, is a very, very cool idea. And now that I have a mobile rig, I might actually try that this year. But can you speak real quick before I move on here, Marvin? Can you speak real quick to what if I want to go to a park in my mobile and operate for 3-4 hours, and then come back to my shack and operate for the rest of the event? How does that work?
So that's a good question. We do get that quite often, how people want to be able to go from one location to the other, but you're changing. I'll call it. Call it one mobile, and that's your one class and category, and then your other one would be, call it one indoors. And so you've changed your class now by doing that. So if you're one mobile, you really need to stay as one mobile throughout that whole event, because that's going to change for others, unless you decide you want to submit 2 different logs. And I think there's
so you can do that then.
I don't think you can, because when you submit through your logger, it's going to see your call sign and it's going, hey, you've already submitted a log, whatever. So so that creates it's a little problematic. So I mean, if you're mobile and if you're the only thing we have to tell people sometimes is, like, if you're mobile and you had to change to go to indoors or something, maybe because the weather just got so bad you couldn't be outside no more and you had to go inside, you're just going to have to stay as one mobile through that time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, that's just what I mean. You don't really have an alternative choice at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just have to go inside and work, you just got to stay as one mobile, and maybe you're indoors, but you're just going to be labeled as one mobile still. But I mean, if you're truly working home and you're home the whole time, hopefully you're, again, that integrity, and hopefully you sleep well at night. Is that you're actually working as one home, and whatever.
It might even be. Is there a point difference between mobile and indoor?
Yeah, because if you're as I showed earlier, if you're out in one mobile and you're making 30 contacts,
so you'd be better off as far as from an integrity perspective.
You're getting 3 points for every contact as a mobile versus being at home.
So you'd be better off from an integrity perspective to just classify yourself as indoor if you're going to be operating indoor for any part of it. So that makes sense. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. That's something I had a question about for a while, and I wanted to clarify it. So all right, Josh, I've got a few updates for you here from the World Radio League team. We will be Marvin already covered it, but we will be working on making sure that our ADIF standard is updated to the latest version by Winter Field Day. We're going to have, of course, like we did last year, we're going to have all the objectives available for you to check in here. And, we're going to have the scoring system. The whole thing is going to be in here by Winter Field Day. So we're really, really excited and looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I figured out I had a problem with my log earlier, and I am at the top of the Missouri leaderboard. Thank you very much. So 106 contacts. So there we go. And SSB. I think 89 of them were SSB. I had some FM and Echo Link stuff I did for the net earlier in the.
No, that's cheating. Using FM and Echo Link. That's cheating, Andy.
No, you're logging contacts. You're logging contacts.
No.
So now you're taking part of the crowd that says Echo Link isn't real ham radio. So
No.
On a phone or a computer, then it's not ham radio. If you're coming out of a repeater,
there it is.
Then you're good to go. But if you're not coming out of a repeater,
it was coming out through a repeater network.
Do we have a bunch of sad hams tonight?
No, that's not sad hams. That's just how it is.
I'm just giving Andy a hard time. I just don't log my UHF unless I'm doing like single sideband or something like that. I just don't.
The way I see it is, if RF is involved at all, it's radio.
Yep. The way I see it is, you're a ham. Log your contacts. Do it however you want to do it.
What if you're on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, right.
That's RF.
If we start down that road, there's no end of ridiculous nitpicking we could get into. Okay,
we are not authorized to use the cellular phone, sir.
Okay, so some updates we've got. We just launched our speaker. Let me get the rules pulled up here so that I can tell you exactly how it works. We just launched our Mugs for Map Shares program. So how it works is you share your World Radio League map or your stats page or your leaderboard or just a screenshot of World Radio League on a public social media platform where World Radio League has an account. Tag World Radio League. That enters you to win a free World Radio League Morse code mug. They're very cool mugs. And the more map shares, the more map shares you post, the more entries you have. So if you're on Facebook, make sure you share it in a public group or on your feed, not in a private group. Because there you go. That's the mug. Thank you, Josh.
Sorry, my kids have put their manger finger puppets in it.
How did you get that mug?
I got James
cool mug.
to me at Dayton. I love it. I don't drink coffee that much, but this is cool.
So be sure if you're on Facebook, you're sharing this in a public group and not a private group, or on your on your main feed. Just don't share it in a private group because we're not members of all the private groups. So we're going to be giving away 5 mugs every month. So every map share counts as an entry. So the more maps you share, the more likely you are to win. The Discord does not count. Don't share your maps in the Discord. Well, do share your maps in the Discord, but don't use those as entries because we won't be counting those. So, so that's something we just launched. That's a lot of fun. We've still got the lifetime membership up for sale, and we've decided to go ahead and keep that around for sale. So, we were thinking we were going to cut it off at the end of the Black Friday sale, and everybody who had a life membership had it for life, but that was all that was going to get it. But now we decided to go ahead and leave it up. The price will be going up. So, if you want the good price, I think we've still got that available now. Let's see here. The lifetime membership, it is right now, it is $595. And I'm not sure exactly what the price after the end of the sale. Yes, Michael.
And well, before you get to Michael, Michael. If I did notice that there was a prorate deal. If you're already a member, is that prorate deal still in effect?
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you're a member, it prorates your cost based off of the value you still have remaining in your subscription. So. You will get a discount based off of your current subscription if you're already a subscribing member.
And then Michael, use HamShackTV, and you're going to get even more off.
Absolutely, there you go. Ahead, Michael, did you?
Our brother from down under, Colin, asked an interesting World Radio League. Okay. And I actually just looked at it, and it says, are they going to put free DV as a contact option in mode? And I don't see it in the logbook as a mode yet. Will that be added?
I don't know if we have free DV right now. We kind of encompass everything like that under a mode called digital because there's so many. Where's our digital mode go? Maybe they pulled that one because we had most of them added.
Well, there's free DIG.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. You can put it. Yeah, there you go. You can put it under the digital mode for anything like that, since there's so many digital modes, around these days, and there's new ones all the time. So free DV. Let me make a note of that, just so I don't forget, and I can let the team know on that, and we can see about getting free DV added. Good question there. Thank you very much.
There you go, Colin.
Comma separated logging is underway. It's not public yet, but it is being developed at the moment. So look forward to that. That one's really exciting. Let's see here. Oh, yes. We opened up our beta site again. So beta testers, go to if you're a member of our Discord, we've posted the beta link there in the beta testers channel there, I believe is where it's at. I'll make sure it's there. I'll make sure the link gets there. But go into the Discord, go to the beta testers channel, grab that link and sign up. You have to sign up for a new account. It doesn't port your account over from World Radio League. It's a new separate account. Don't log any serious contacts there, or you could easily lose them just because of how our beta system works. It's a testing ground. It's not a permanent storage ground. So don't log any serious contacts there. Just use it for testing purposes. Give us any feedback you have from there. And yes, the link is in the beta testers channel over on the World Radio League Discord.
Andy, Interstellar Starman
asked,
what kind of API keys work with this?
Kind of API keys. We do not have a direct API set up currently for World Radio League to interface with World Radio League. We've got a few people asking us for those. Right now, we're more kind of the other direction. We're using other APIs to integrate with our system. So is there a particular software you're wanting to look at there? QRZ API. We do definitely integrate with their API. So you can pull in, you drop your API in that integration, and that works. You can sign into your Logbook of the World account and import your contacts from there. And as far as the N3FJP and N1MM integrations, those route through our Cat Control app. So those are actually streaming through a port on your computer. They're not an API. They're actually streaming through the port on your computer. So hopefully that answers your question.
He did say thank you.
Okay, well, there you go, Interstellar Starman. Let me know if you have any more questions. Let's see here. Of course, we've got the Echolink Net still going on the N0 NWS repeater system every Monday afternoon after the live stream. So join us for that. That's a lot of fun. Let's see here. I had a couple more updates if I can remember what they were. Long week. Let's see here. Where am I at? I don't know. It's been a crazy
You're in
week.
Missouri. That's where you're at.
I knew that much. So yes, I have finally started bolstering my logging streak up. I'm up to 4 days. That'll probably drop off. I can't seem to log every single day, but I've got a 12-week streak running, so that works. Yeah, the new mobile rig is just absolutely awesome. I've been having a ton of fun with that.
So what'd you get?
ICOM IC706 Mark II-G with the Radioddity HF008 antenna.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, it's very cool.
Nice.
So see here. Let me go ahead and show you. I just want to show you this because this is so neat. Can you put my screen back up there, Josh? These map shares, our developer did a great job on these map shares, and I know I show these off all the time, but they are so cool. You can share these. This is one of the things you'll be sharing all over social media to enter in our Mugs for Map Shares giveaway. And we actually, one of the upgrades we just did was we fixed our QSOs per hour metric here. We were taking samples by the hour instead of by the minute. So it would say if I made 46 QSOs in 22 minutes and then stopped, it would just say 46 QSOs per hour because it was sampling by the hour. Now it's sampling by the minute. So yeah, if you make 46 QSOs in 22 minutes, you got a rate of 121.7. So that was a fantastic fix the developer pushed this week. I should know all this off the top of my head. We had a team meeting earlier today where the team showed a lot of their updates, but I've ate since then, so I can't remember everything. Let me look here.
I'm just going to say this while you're looking and thinking, Andy. If you haven't gone out and joined the World Radio League either as a free member or as a well, like myself, I've now done lifetime membership. Go out and support World Radio League and develop them, help them, continue to develop this and build this out. This is a great logging program. Again, we partnered with them through Winter Field Day, and I've used it several times throughout my year. I don't use it as much as I would like to, but I think once a desktop app comes out, I think that will change a lot because I don't like necessarily logging directly to the online app using the integration, but because it's a little pain for me from the Flex Radio standpoint on doing it on my computer. But if I got a separate logger or a separate radio like my FTDX10 or my 991A or something, it's a lot easier for me. That's just my personal opinion. But I mean, it's a great app to log on. It gives you so much details, so much information. And I mean, there's no other app like it. I mean, it's so modern day compared to some of the other apps.
Yeah.
And I want to touch on this too. I think there's a little confusion in the chat. Folks, World Radio League, it's free. You can go on, log on an account, and start logging right now if you want to. The paid tiers give you more features, so that's what that's about. But go try it out. Absolutely, give it a try. You can do it for free and all that good stuff. Andy, QRZ and cat control, that's all under the paid side, isn't it? Or is that part of it too?
Let me think.
No,
Cat
cat
control
control's
is not. Cat control's free. The
Okay.
QRZ lookup, I think, is you can access that on our free tier. They charge you, but on our side it's free. QRZ imports, I'm gonna have to double check. I think that's under the paid tier, but I could be wrong there.
I
can't
think
import
you're
more
right.
than like a few thousand contacts with a free account.
Yeah, the higher tier you get, the more you can import.
Yeah, absolutely. And this map here, this is a really cool map. I forgot that. I felt so dumb. I forgot this map existed until somebody showed it to me today. But this map is a live map of contacts going on right now around the world. So very cool.
Where's that at, Andy?
You go from the homepage, you go to most recent contacts here. You click view recent, and then you go over here to map view. You've also got a globe view here as well. So
that's just more of so that's the globe view. That's what you see on the homepage.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got a cleaner version
Yeah,
through that
sure.
route. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Andy, bring up the California QSO party in contests.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get there in just a second, Dave. I had a couple other updates for you. Cat control is we're getting ready to push a fix there that will include the new hamlib binaries for the FT710 and the FTDX10. So that support will be here very soon, and then
is that fix what's causing cat control to disconnect from the website?
Are you still having that issue?
I just had it last night, but I didn't get it. It only happened to me once, so I couldn't get a video.
And
Okay,
Prep and Pulse asked the same question also.
Okay. That's really weird. So, if it happens to you again, send in a bug report. I can't remember if I don't know if that fix is included in this one or not. It might be, but if it happens to you again, send in a bug report. That way we can track it. Yeah. It doesn't even matter if you can get a screen recording of it, Dave. If you send in a bug report right then, we can track what happened, around that chunk of time. So that helps us a lot. If you can just click the report a bug button and tell us what happened. So, and that goes for everybody. It's we hate seeing our bug numbers go up, but we love it when people report when there's an issue, because otherwise, if something's sitting there and we don't know about it, we would rather know about it. So
you just need a bigger exterminator.
And guys, they respond quick.
We do have a bigger exterminator than we did a couple months ago. We've added a new member to the dev team, and yes, Brad is doing awesome job over there on responses right now. Me and him and James, all three will jump in there from time to time, but he's handling most of it. So give Brad a round of applause in the chat there. He does fantastic.
So there's two things I want to add to this. One is Interstellar, Starman, FT8, and Grid Tracker. Yes, you can do FT8 and Grid Tracker with World Radio League as well. It will work.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing is, as he just mentioned, they have a stellar team that's doing the troubleshooting and working with you and trying to figure it out. But there's also, and I will, like earlier this week, James hit me up with another guy that was having issues connecting with his Flex and his Maestro. And he's like, hey, Marvin, you've kind of Flex history. Can you, help and figure this guy out why he can't connect to the World Radio League with the Flex radio? And so I was able to kind of troubleshoot it, walk him through a couple things. And so, I mean, there's team members and there's other people who are within the World Radio League community that may have experienced your same problem before, and they may know how to tell you to fix it as well.
Yeah.
So there's a community support that's within the World Radio League that is invaluable as well. So it's not just the guys on the World Radio League team, but you have all the community support that helps them out. That makes it really great.
100%.
Well,
we're getting ready to drop a feature, by the way, that we've had some people go up here to adjust their location right here, and they adjust it for a logbook and expect it to change the whole logbook. Well, the way we have this set up is we don't want you to accidentally do that, like just when you're trying to change your location for your contacts moving forward. So it defaults to changing your location from that point forward. The new contacts you log will be at the new location. Well, we're getting ready to add a feature where you can check a box down here that says apply this to all existing contacts in the logbook. So that's going to be a performance improvement. And yeah, we've got a whole ton of stuff stacked up. We have some great things coming over at Ham Radio Prep. I think you're going to start to see those in February, like the beginning of February, I think is what we decided is when you're going to see that. So be very excited for that. And Professor Jim just started a Ham Radio Prep study hall live stream on Facebook. So go watch that. I think the next one might be December 15th. So go check that out and give him some support over there. It's just basically new hams can come or studying aspiring hams can come and just ask questions about what they're studying and for him to answer. So that's really a lot of fun. And then we've got
Andy, before you jump into that, Greg has informed me he has to jump. So I want to give him the proper goodbye. Greg, thank you for coming
Thanks
in.
for having me on. I appreciate it. I'm
Yeah,
playing Mr. Mom this week. My wife's dealing with some family issues, so I got to take care of some stuff here in the house. But you guys take care, and I might be on a little live stream a little bit later. So take care.
Yeah, real quick before you jet, what's your general live stream schedule so everybody can catch you?
It depends on when I'm available. It's generally at night after I would say 7 p.m. Eastern. Probably closer to the 8 p.m. Eastern time.
I caught you just minutes after you stopped streaming today. I was frustrated.
Oh, did I say that out loud? Dude, yeah, I'm midnight, 1 o'clock.
Whenever I can, I work about 60 hours a week, so it just whenever I'm free, I'm trying to get my all states, or not all states, but the 12 days of Christmas or 12 days of QRZ going. So I've been coming on in the afternoon and trying to make contacts. I might try to do that maybe next week, but I'm also I got to travel next week. I got to go to the East Coast, so we'll see how things go.
Well, sounds great.
Where are you headed to, Greg?
It's work. I don't know. I don't want to disclose yet, but it's actually going to be out of the country of all things. So we'll see.
East Coast.
Greg, thanks for coming, man.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Come back anytime.
Thanks, Greg.
All right, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Good to see you.
Night, bud.
Back to you, Andy.
All right. Well, that's basically, that's a lot of stuff that we've got going on right now. I'm probably forgetting something. Our team has just been going for it, but that's a lot of our main updates for this week. So I think Michael started, or was it Michael or
what
Dave that started to ask a question? One of you guys started to ask a question, I think, a couple minutes
ago. It was me. I was gonna have you bring up the California QSO party, but
yeah, that's what it was.
It's
12th day of QRZ. My true love came to me. I have a face for radio.
Marvin, I'm disappointed.
Right.
I didn't get my reminder that we're overtime tonight.
Hey,
Marvin,
Josh, we're overtime tonight.
Yeah, usually his computer will say it's 10 o'clock.
It does. And I ended up turning that feature off 2 nights ago because at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's 3 a.m. It's like 3 a.m., 5 a.m. Like,
thank you. I really needed to know that.
Yeah. I wanted to throw that camera and the whole computer in the trash about the moment. I was so bad. So, like, no.
I know when my wife gets up because my very large dog decides to stick his nose under mine at 5 in the morning. So I have no choice but to get up.
Yeah. So sorry. We went overtime.
Well, real quick, the reason I was asking Andy to bring this up, World Radio League is definitely bringing things into the 21st century. and kind of bringing in the gaming world. This contest, Prep and Paul, if he's still in here, we both realized that we were making contacts in the California QSO party. We drove each other to make the contacts, and I wound up third in WRL for California's QSO because of Paul.
What? Paul
Everything WRL's doing, I just, to me, it's the best logging system out there.
I mean,
now.
we have the Fist Fights and Bragging Rights channel in the Discord now, and Terry and Brad, they're going back and forth trying to beat each other out on the Tennessee leaderboard. It's just a lot of fun because you got these live leaderboards you can track, and it's just a ton of fun. That's a ton of fun.
Yeah, and then I decide to operate hardcore for a week, and I blow them all out of the freaking water. With 500 watts.
We'll see. We'll see. Terry's pretty serious. I'm warning you. He will not let you win easily. So he won't let it go down without a fight anyway.
Oh no, he went after Brad hardcore.
Oh, seriously.
Well, and we're forgetting about Joe Birdwell, WB9 VVH, I think is his call sign. He's a perpetual guy at the top of the leaderboard in Tennessee. And shout out to him. He's a member of my club here. So
we looked this guy up, this 9Y4DG. We had people complaining because he's always at the top of the leaderboard. We looked him up, and I think he's literally running an automatic FT8 software. So that's why
which should boot you out of World Radio League, if you ask me.
Oh, come on. Don't
WST.
Don't be hard on him. He can do whatever he wants to
Z.
Okay, here we go. You said, who did you say?
California
Josh?
State QSO.
No, he was talking about Josh.
That was WB9 VVH, I think is his call. He's not on there right now. Well, that's CW. Yeah, there you go.
Let's check the all-time.
God, the hamster's cranking away.
A lot of contacts from Tennessee, I guess.
Holy moly!
There we go. WB9 VVH. Yeah.
I mean, he's eating Terry's lunch.
726. That's Terry. Let me know when you get there. I'll show your leaderboard status on stream again. In other news, I have officially, and I'm only telling you guys this so you'll keep me accountable. I have officially started studying for my extra. So
yeah, boy,
yay! Absolutely. So, I know this really, really great teacher. His name's Jim, and his call sign is N4BFR. He teaches a great class via pre-recorded video. You can find that over at hamradioprep.com. And I think Josh has a little coupon code for you there. So go grab those courses over at hamradioprep.com. And I'm looking forward to upgrading. I don't think I'll upgrade my call sign unless N0 AP comes available at some point. But until then, I'll probably stick with what I got. I'm pretty happy with it.
Extra by April, Andy?
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.
Hey, I studied up and got my extra in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well,
you can do it.
I still got a job to do. So I've taken the Ham Radio Clubhouse's extra by April.
No,
I tell you what, Dave, let's start a new challenge. Whichever one of us gets our extra first, Josh is going to give us an HF radio. No, I'm kidding. But
hell no.
I'm kidding. But really, we ought to see.
Andy, he'll get us a UV5R.
There you go.
UV5R mini.
I'll do that, even though you can use that as a tag.
You get the menu.
But really, in a way, I'm serious, Dave. We ought to see which one of us can get our extra first. We ought to. You're not the only one working. I'm working too.
Let's call it.
Well, I find it hard to believe you do live streams during work hours. You go out and POTA during work hours. I find it hard to believe you're working.
I work at this really cool place called World Radio League, and
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll make this challenge a real thing. Whichever one of you, Michael, you're extra, right?
Negative, sir.
You're not. Okay.
Yeah,
Dave,
I refuse to hang out with the old people.
Dave, are you extra?
I am not extra.
Oh,
I
cool.
know Marvin's extra. I keep pointing the wrong way. I know Marvin's extra.
He's over
Whichever
there
one
somewhere.
of you gets your extra first, I will
We
give
get Marvin's
you the
flex?
key. No, well, man, that's up to him. I will give the channel over to whoever does it first for one night, and they can talk about whatever they want. So long,
Game on.
so long,
Game on.
so long as it doesn't get me demonetized.
The only
That's
thing
the only
you
rule.
know the only thing Andy's going to talk about.
Oh hell yeah! I know
Oh, you
exactly
know
what
it.
he's going to talk about.
I will talk about cats, even though it's on.
There you go. Motivation's been set. Let's see who does it
And
first.
Marvin, if
wait,
Marvin-
Mine will be
wait,
8
wait,
hours of the
wait.
dulcet tones of digital, and I'll just have digital
That-
mode, the sounds of
that-
digital mode streaming.
That's funny.
That troublemaker Terry is studying for his extra too.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I will tell you this. I will take my test this weekend. I know I could pass it. I just don't want to.
Well, I
if
do know
Marvin-
a guy
if Marvin
that is
wants-
a VE test session lead.
If
I know.
if Marvin wants to join this challenge, he can try to get his Argentinian ham radio license. Our administrator and partnerships and everything else, Lady Catalina, got her license here last year, or maybe it's this year. Her Argentinian ham radio license. It took her literally almost a full year, just from the time she sat down to take the exam. There are so many steps to get your license.
Mhm.
It is horrible. And so, but she finally got it, so she's licensed. And
You
not
want
everybody on the team is a licensed ham, but a lot of us are. So
if you want to extend that a little bit further, I mean, I don't think he's going to get an Argentinian license, but he could get his grawl.
Yeah.
I've already got.
Are you telling me you've already got a grawl and you're just a general?
I don't even know what that is.
General
it's not a
radio
growl
operator license
because
or
it's
something.
not. It's not a growl. It's a growl.
However you say it. That are you trying to go all Mike on me?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's not a dog. It doesn't growl at you.
Well, Michael, you have to understand, even a growl is a growl in the South.
I also have my GCT1 certification, which is General Communications Technician, and I'm going for my NICET 1 and 2 here soon.
There you go.
Here,
That's
let me just show you.
It's a lot of paper to make more money. That's all it is, man.
It is. Yeah. Nice. It's just documents.
Yeah,
Document.
paper to make money.
Let me
TC
just show
Drennan.
you real. Go
TC
ahead.
Drennan says the ham prep practice tests are great refreshers.
Yes.
Cool.
I thought Terry Watango says I thought Grawl was the drummer for Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice.
Well, I guess
I
probably
can show you if you want me to show you kind of how this ham radio prep is laid out. I can show that to you.
Surely.
Hey,
yeah.
I might have to drop here pretty soon.
I was going to say,
Yeah, I'm going to
wrap
too.
this
But
here
I'm
soon.
just going to share this real quick with you here.
Don't drop it.
You
Dave.
go in here. We have the video lesson, so you'll see Jim goes through, showing you what you need to know, and we have these subtitles down here. The actual answers to the test. So here, this is the the intro video. If we go to the lesson 1 video here, the answers to the test are actually highlighted in blue, like this here. So that's the actual answers to the question pool questions. We do the same thing in the text lesson down below. We highlight those answers in blue. Then you get to take we split it into 30 sections, and you get to go through each section has its own quiz, and then you can take as many practice tests as you want at the end. The practice test, totally free. You don't even have to buy the course to take the practice tests. So Absolutely.
Starting to
Just a
think
really
you were
cool.
a
And
speed learner, and
we've synced the mobile app now with the web app. So what progress you make in the mobile app, you've got the same progress on your web app now. So
Well, you
that's
would
great.
think you would think that that would happen.
yeah, absolutely.
I do need to take a personal privilege here. Well, I mean, hell, it's my channel, I guess. That's the case, but
yeah, why is it a personal privilege?
I true. I've been hearing a little feedback out in the community, and y'all know how big of a massive fan I am of Ham Radio Prep, but a lot of feedback in the community about the sample lesson. I want to be very, very clear with everybody out there. The sample lesson is a sample lesson. You're not going to get the full question pooled. So just because you passed the sample lesson does not mean you're ready to go take your test. Please don't do that.
And I did that, and I thought I was gonna. No, I'm kidding.
I hadn't heard that. That's actually hilarious. That's actually even a question. But anyway, yeah. Sample lesson. We do guarantee our courses 100% if you take the whole course, the way we lay it out, video lesson, text lesson, and then quizzes, then practice test scoring over 80% regularly for a few practice tests. Then if you go and take your test and you don't pass it on the first try, then it's a money back guarantee. So
that's cool that you keep track of that though.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
we even have a way to tell. We recently built in a way where you can find your most difficult questions. So some question that you've missed several times before in your practice test, you can go look at those questions and figure out what lesson you need to go study again or whatever, just to kind of get a good refresher. So those most difficult questions, they show up in the mobile app's the best place to study. You can study on the web app. The mobile app's the best place to study. It's really easy to access all that. You'll just get a little graph there that shows you your most difficult questions, and you can go back through them and restudy that stuff. So very cool.
Absolutely. Let's show them a wrap. What do you say? We need to get going here.
Yeah.
19 after. We're way over time. Quick round robin around the table. Andy, you're in the top corner. You go first. What's anything exciting this week?
Well, let's see here. I'm getting a new radio in the shack and shipping off my Kenwood to see if I can get it repaired. I definitely wanted to have one in time for Winter Field Day, so I went ahead and pulled in a new one, and we're going to see if the guys up in wherever they are, I can't remember where they're located, but if they can fix my Kenwood. And then let's see here. Yeah, we've got, like I said, comma separated logging is coming very soon to World Radio League. And the Cat Control FT710, FTDX 10, I believe those are those two models there. Those are going to be, added to the library. And yeah, hopefully I will soon have my extra. Although you won't be able to tell it by my call sign because I don't intend to change that unless something really cool comes along. But I think that's basically it for me, Josh. I'm looking forward to taking over your stream for a week or for a night.
Michael's going to take it.
I'm going to be doing.
He's going to take his test this weekend.
So, quick question, Josh. You're saying I can reach out to you and you can set me up with an online VE session?
Yeah, Marvin, you're ARRLVE, aren't you?
I'm W5 wide, ARRL, whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just need one more then, and we'll figure it out. And I've got plenty in my pocket I can grab. We can do it right over Zoom.
I want to join you after I get my extra. That's one of the many factors that's kind of pushing me to get my extras. I want to be a VE.
Man, I love being a VE.
This isn't fair. He needs to do this on his own. Doesn't need any help.
Yeah, you can't cheat for him, Josh.
No, we don't do that. I have to record.
You have to record it all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have to record it.
Make sure you sit in your bathtub too, Andy.
Yeah. I took it with the HRCC guys, I think the second time around. I can't remember who did it the first time around. The second time around was the HRCC guys, and those were both free online VE sessions, so it was really cool.
Yep. Marvin.
I guess I need to put myself on the leaderboard in Wisconsin. I may have to go out and do a POTA activation.
There you go.
Hey guys, here's one thing I just learned tonight. I was looking at like maybe I see this talking about World Radio League, and I'm thinking it's like I'm gonna go pull up the POTA website real quick and see what POTA park is near me. There's one literally about probably like Andy 10 minutes down the road from me. That's really easy to get to.
Why look that up on the POTA site when you just look it up in World Radio League with the Find Parks Near Me button?
Well, yeah, I can do that too. But I was looking. I wanted to find the big map right where I was at from where I live here, and
we got that too.
Look at that, and okay, fair enough. And,
Sorry,
I didn't realize that. I didn't know that myself.
I'll show that to you one of these days.
And so anyway,
mute Andy.
I may have to go and start activating a park and use some World Radio League and put Wisconsin on the map. So
let me know when you activate it. I want to do a park to park with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We can maybe schedule it and try and put that together. That'd be fun. But I've been doing a lot of digital contacts from here, but I haven't really put them into World Radio League. I guess I really need to set that up a little bit more and do the FTA integration with World Radio League. I've not done it, but that may be something I have to be on my goal. But I'm hoping to get a video out this week, so that's my goal.
That's everybody's goal. Get a video out.
It's just been challenging lately. This week's been a mess.
Yep. You'll do it. I believe in you.
Oh,
and speaking of which, I guess we need to get. You were probably already thinking about this. We need to get with TWIAR. Get some buzz behind Winterfield Day on there ASAP.
He's usually really good about that. In fact, I reached out to George this week and said,
George, couldn't think of his name.
Hey, I haven't recorded for a while on This Week in Amateur Radio. So did I do something wrong or what? And he goes, no, you're great. We've had a lot of people, and it's like,
Yeah, I'm only doing it maybe once every month and a half now.
Yeah. So
down a lot.
So he reached out to me, and I'm going to be recording This Week in Amateur Radio. So that will come out tomorrow. I'll get it tomorrow, and then or on Friday, and then we'll record it over the weekend, have it up and running for him. So I'm looking forward to doing those. Those are always kind of fun to do. So,
which, guys, a reminder that I simulcast it. It comes directly in an RSS feed to HamShackTV, so you can look for it most of the time Sunday or Saturday afternoon, but sometimes it could be as late as Sunday. But just look for it. It's really easy to find. Dave, you're next.
Which one?
Super Dave.
Yeah. I was going to say, which Dave?
We're going around the clock.
Well, about the only things I got coming up is that battery box that I'm building, so watch for that.
Cool.
Hopefully I get this stuff taken care of with the car tomorrow, and then I've got to take it to the dealership Saturday morning. Then I hope to go out afterwards and do a POTA. If I do, I'm going to video that. Other than that, just between work and the car accident, I've been kind of tied up, but hopefully we'll get back to making some videos. Looking forward to Winterfield Day. I signed up as a home station. So far my knee hasn't been doing good out in the cold, so I don't know if I'm going to go out in the cold. But other than that, that's about all we got going on.
Cool. Dealer Dave.
Yo.
What you got?
Well, I'm on vacation for the next 8 days.
Nice.
I was planning on going on a trip, but that got canceled. So I'm going to start playing with some of the stuff that I bought on Black Friday that's already come in. I've got some of this, which is the VF Comms RSE line.
Nice. Oh, is that from up in Canada?
Yes, it's the.
Oh, do you like it? You played with it?
So far, I haven't. My first thing I'm going to try and do is I was just separating the center conductor from the outer braid. I'm going to see if it's able to solder it or if I'm going to have to crimp it. There we go.
I guess you could solder it.
Well, it's not like tinned copper or anything. It's a conductive carbon-based tow core.
Right. Vince claims he solders it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. I hadn't gone back and looked. I didn't expect this to come in that quick. But so making an antenna out of that. And then this came in. So
I missed out on that one.
You spent the money on that, huh?
Yeah. It's black. It's cool. It's limited edition. I've been looking at getting one anyways. And then when I saw that, but it came in already, which surprised me. So
Yeah, and I thought about possibly combining the two.
Ooh.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so that's kind of on my agenda right now. And then whatever this cold is that just really started kicking my butt during the live stream, hopefully get past that so I can go play.
I've been dealing with the cold all week.
I thought you were just emotional over the live stream.
Yeah, I am.
Hey, we do good work here. There's a reason to get emotional. Speaking of the glass case of emotion, Michael, your turn.
I'm not emotional.
Yes, you are.
Your camera is emotional.
Yeah, yeah it is.
I was gonna get one of them
Battery.
Ozbots, but he has made it to where I am not getting one of those cameras.
This camera is not emotional. This camera is what's the word I'm looking for? Has OCD and it's bipolar. So I just
Hey,
Mike,
Michael, coming from
the new mic.
what?
Are you talking on the new mic? Do you have everything connected to where you're not?
Oh yeah, everything's
All right.
fine. Everything's happy and copacetic.
Michael coming from a video guy.
Yeah.
Try adding some lighting and see if it tracks you.
Oh, I
better.
love my lighting. It's
Well, you can light yourself without lighting the room.
This is true, but
that might help.
Maybe it probably will because I look just as brown as everything in the room. So I don't know. Like Dave was saying, he picked up some Black Friday deals. I took the sticker off. It is a Bofang. I don't remember which model it is, but it's
That's a Harris wannabe.
No, this is an APX wannabe, is what this is.
Yeah.
Because it looks just like an APX. It even has.
I've had a few people ask me why I don't like the APX. I'm not even sure what an APX is, but because of my call sign, they think I don't like it for some reason. So,
oh, no APX, cute.
Oh, I didn't get that until now. Okay.
Yeah,
I literally had people ask me, "What? You don't like the APX?"
So just right. So just gonna chill out. I got a few things here that need to be done. Oh, hold on. Keep your pants on. Oh, I don't know if I can pick this thing up. See, look, it's OCD. It just. Oh my God, this is heavy.
What the?
Hold on. Can you see the briefcase?
I didn't know go bags were supposed to weigh 50 pounds.
It's got fuzz on it. It's got 2 batteries in it. It has 2 batteries in this thing.
Wow.
That's what you call a stay bag.
What's that?
That's what you call a stay bag.
No,
Yeah.
he's going back to his ruck bag back in the military days.
No, this is a briefcase. This is the black version of the briefcase that I have for work. I have a tan one for work that I put all my computers and stuff in. I didn't realize it was that heavy until just now because I have 2 batteries in there. I've got a 16 amp hour and a 25 amp hour battery in there. But that's my new bag. I might actually do a video on that. But it has the IC7000 in it, which Andy, you should have gotten an IC7000 instead of the Mark IIG. That's me. Yeah, it's a nice little bag, and I can put 2 batteries in it, put my radio into it, and rock and roll.
I'm sure if I'd have found somebody selling an IC7000 for $500 on QRZ, I would have gone that direction. But alas and alack.
There's a ham up here who has one. Did you know with the 7000 you can hook a monitor to it?
I guess it was the 7100 I was looking at, not the 7000.
Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of the 7100 because it looks like an alarm clock.
Yeah,
I don't like the hit.
That's the 7000. I don't.
That's
know
what I run mobile. My 7100.
That's what James
it's great
just got.
for mobile. And you're
that's what James just got.
Like a vehicle install. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Man, see, it looks like an alarm clock to me. I don't know.
It does.
Yeah,
So,
the 7000 is a cool radio for sure. That's a nice looking one.
Andy, the 7000 is the 706 Mark II G it has the same knobs. There's a little bit of difference in configuration on the back.
Mhm.
It's pretty much the same radio with a color screen. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit of yeah, absolutely. Okay. Very cool. Well,
but you can
I'm
hook a
pretty happy with
monitor.
my-
You
with
can
my
hook a
Mark II G,
monitor to it.
You can
You
gripe
can-
about my Mark II G all you want to. I like it.
Oh, I'm not going to gripe about a Mark II G.
I'm kidding.
I had
I'm
one.
kidding.
But
Yeah.
you can hook a monitor to it.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
have
the-
no reason to do
format.
that in my car, and it's a
I was gonna
strictly
say,
mobile-only rig.
He's
so.
using it mobile. I don't want him hooking a monitor to it.
you could set it up to the video of your rear view camera.
There we go.
Ooh.
Then you just have it right there. I don't know. Sounded
That's
like
cool.
a good idea. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right. Let's dive into some stuff real quick as we wrap up. I'm not going to kick y'all to the waiting room. We'll just finish it up with us all here on the screen. Real quick, I couldn't resist this. Terry with a tornado. What is the difference between a tornado in Oklahoma and a divorce in Missouri? Not sure, but someone is losing a trailer. That's good. That's really good.
That's real good.
One or a couple of things. Let me share this one. Next week, we will be doing what we were supposed to do this week. Next week, Thursday, December 11th, 8 o'clock Eastern. Tim Berry, WB4GBI, a man that gave me my career, but not only that, has given hundreds of thousands of dollars of radio equipment to East Tennessee and that kind of stuff with all the repeaters that he has. He now owns 20 repeaters in East Tennessee. Not only that, legendary broadcast engineer, really, really excellent guy. You're going to want to tune in for this. He'll be with us next week, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on HamShackTV. And who knows, if y'all get your butts in gear, I might give away a dang HF rig next week. So
Is this on Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Do I have my calendar on? Because that's the second time somebody has said Wednesday to me when I've
You
said
said Wednesday in the Discord earlier.
correct. I
Yeah,
know
you
that.
did.
I realized that, and then I went and it did that on Facebook too, and I've already corrected Facebook. So no,
Okay.
it is our regular live stream on Thursday, December 11th. So everybody tune in for that. That's going to be you're going to gain something from watching that for sure. Elsewhere and otherwise, I will make myself full. That's not me.
I do have a quick question before you minimize me. Thank you for doing that. I actually had a question I just thought of, and I wanted to say it before we dropped. If anybody has any suggestions on on putting up just like a 25, 30-foot ham radio mast without it being like a huge tower, I would take any suggestions you have for me, because I'm looking at materials I can obtain easily, just an easy way to get it up in the air. I want to run a VHF UHF antenna off of it, and probably a dipole hung in the middle of it or something. But
Hey,
if you could just my idea.
So, are you thinking about doing this in a, I'll call it a year-round situation with the antenna attached with the mast?
Yeah.
So go look at the, oh my gosh, the mast gain. I'll send you a link.
Yeah, please do.
You want to know what I do? This
What's
is so simple, but you have to make sure you secure it the right way. Like you've got to have something to guide off to or mount it to or something like that. What I have used ever since I became a ham for a mast is top rail.
Yep.
For
Top
a chain link fence.
Put them together.
Yep.
Yep. That works flawlessly. One piece of advice I'll give you: drill a hole through it because it will collect water.
Yes.
Okay.
One time I had it go through. I had, what would that be? 20 feet of water. It was
Oh,
it was
wow.
all the way out up to the top.
That's heavy. Michael, did you have a
insane.
suggestion?
Are you willing to make a road trip, sir?
How long of a road trip?
If he ain't coming to Dayton, he ain't coming up to Massachusetts.
No. Yeah, well, I was gonna say if you come to Massachusetts, I have a 72-foot crank up fold over sitting in my yard.
Oh man,
That's
I think it's just about time for me to visit some of my wife's family in Pennsylvania.
I'm just saying.
Either that or just the Rome.
Hey, you can have him. Hey,
Yeah.
you can have him bring. He's got property in Pennsylvania. You might be able to convince him to bring it down there, Andy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
To Northwest
So,
PA.
Andy, I sent you that link. It's called Max Gain System, not
Okay.
Max Gain. Max
Okay,
Gain. System.
Michael, you need to come do a POTA activation with me and just bring it with you.
No. This thing is like 24 foot long in its collapsed state. So yeah, I have actual pictures and video of me pulling it down the road on my little 12-foot trailer. It was hilarious.
Aha. Okay. Yeah. Well, if anybody else has any suggestions, just throw them at me, and I'll kind of sort through what all I get and come to a conclusion, I suppose. So, thanks for letting me drop that in there, Josh. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Last thing I've got, I think the last thing I've got tonight, you can see right here. That's their subscriber count, and it has continued to go up tonight.
That's incredible.
I will tell you this: today is December 4th, and we've gained 113 subscribers in 4 days. So we are tracking well. We are now 352 away from the magic number. Can we get there? I want to get there. We are. Here's what's coming up on the channel. Next week is the Tim Berry interview. Don't want to miss that. But the week after that, we're just going to break down and have a Christmas party right here on air. And wouldn't it be great for part of that Christmas party to be giving away that HF rig?
Oh, 9650.
We just hit 9650. So make that 350 away. It's coming.
It's coming.
Come on, guys. I want to win my 7,300.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
We all need to talk about that too.
I'm not going to join that giveaway.
I wasn't actually going to enter into that, Josh.
This is so frustrating.
We are climbing like crazy right now, y'all. Keep hitting that button.
I literally entered months ago in this thing, and now I'm going to be disqualified. So no, I don't know.
With 9655, so make that 345. We are just climbing like crazy. I know I made an appearance on Ham Radio 2.0 last weekend. He talked about, and y'all, if y'all haven't subscribed to Freddie Mac, go do that too, because Freddie Mac is right there with me. We're both trying to get to that 10,000 number. We're supposedly going to both be on his channel in the very near future to try to have a subscriber push. So we'll see how that all comes about. But I want to give that. I would love to give that radio away on the Christmas live stream with everybody here. So it will be a lot of fun. I did change the requirements for that. I felt like it was a little complicated before. Simply, you have to be a subscriber, and you have to be here when we give it away. It's very simple. So
there you go.
Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. And the other thing is, I do want to again thank Tortoise and Dave and Marvin for simulcasting us. The giveaway will be interesting that night. I think all that works. The link will work when we do that, because I'm going to do it the same way we do anything else. But you will have to be present to win. So
no, I think they'll have to be on your
I
think
think
to be present.
That may be a point. When we get to that, we will just divert everybody over and then let them go back and that kind of thing. But
as simple as opening a second tab.
There you go. That's a great idea. And the other thing too, I would prefer you to please be in the United States. It's going to be stupid expensive to ship that radio overseas.
Yeah, so Colin and Pepe, you guys have to move to the U.S.
Josh, if it's anything like Yaesu, they have their Japan radio, their European radios, and then they have the U.S. radios. So
it's going to be drop shipped from Gigaparts. So
it's probably going to be just based for the
It's
icon.
going to be a U.S. It's going to be.
So it won't work overseas anyway, because it's different setup for over there. They have different radios for those groups.
Yeah, they have different bands. So
Yep. So Americans only. Oh, that sounded racist as hell. Please be in the United
North
States.
American.
How about that?
North American.
Yes. All right. let's wrap this thing up. Everybody, we are 41
You
minutes
just
over.
got
Thank
demonetized.
you. I know, right?
Hey, Pepe says he's got a U.S. address, so he's
There you
in.
go.
There you go.
Fair enough. I'll send it to the U.S. address, and you can figure out how to get it back to Switzerland, Sweden. Is that right? Pepe is in. I can't remember where.
He's
He's
in
somewhere.
Northern Europe.
We all should know that. I can't remember.
Prep Ham Paul brings up a good point. It's not just shipping. There are duties, and that is a good. Tariffs. That's another thing too.
Yep.
I have two plastic Japanese fans for Andy, and he'd have to pay $40 to get it through.
I don't know
customs.
which Andy he's talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Switzerland. I knew it was a European-esque country.
European-esque.
S country. I said Switzerland to Sweden. We need to go, y'all. Everybody's.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for
goofy.
joining the HamShackTV live stream.
Thanks,
Great to be.
everybody. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next week.
7-3, y'all. Josh, you need to get Christmas music turned on. 7-3, everybody. Good night.
73.
Where's the thing? There it is.
Oh, for God's sakes, you forgot it again?
Regularly.
you.
We didn't have any channel donations this week, so you know what? Y'all ain't getting the clip even for the outro. Good night, everybody.
I'm just putting a sticker on that button.